Yes, I know the king and queen crown. See, I'm tired, so I never leave your side. Just stick with me through the trial times. Oh, and she says she no mind. Correct, I know good man is hard to find. Cause she can't about that giant line. That's why she has no ties at this time. Yeah, I know many men are trying, but she needs to be more than wine and dine. Because she's royal, yeah, so royal. And I want her in my life. I never knew anyone so divine.
Back to the future. Back to the future.
Yeah, yeah. You are my African queen. Ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord. Just like the sun, light up the earth. You light up my life. The only one I ever see with a smile so bright. And just yesterday, you came around my way. You changed my horse in way with your astonishing beauty. Oh, you couldn't make a brother sing. No ordinary thing, a supernatural being. And no, you are brighter than the moon, brighter than the star. I love you just the way you are. And you are my African queen, the girl of my dreams. You take me where I never been, yeah. You make my heart go ding-a-ling-a-ling. Oh, you are my African queen, the girl of my dreams. And you remind me of a thing, and that is the African beauty. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, you are my African queen. Oh, Lord, ooh, Lord. Out of a million, you stand as one, the outstanding one. I look into your eyes, girl, what I see is paradise. Hey, you captivated my soul. Now every day I want you more. Now I cannot deny this feeling I'm feeling inside. Hey, no one cannot take your place, you cannot take your space. That is a fact I cannot erase. And no, you are the one that makes me smile, make me float like a boat upon the Nile. Girl, you are my African queen, the girl of my dreams. You take me where I never been. You make my heart go ding-a-ling-a-ling. Yeah, you are my African queen, the girl of my dreams. You remind me of the future.
Like a fire, my heart desire, she put her like a fire. A brown skin, girl, I wanna wrap you, wanna lock you in my arms. And brown skin, come on, I love the vibes, I love the spice, I love the passion you bring. Brown skin, yes, I wanna wrap you, wanna lock you in my arms. A brown skin, come on, I love the vibes, I love the spice, I love the passion you. Said I ran into this beautiful lady. She asked me my name, and I told her it's Egyptian. Immediately, she said, boy, I gotta give you something from her body. And I said, baby, quickly. She said, don't want you to tell nobody that I give it to you so easy. I said, with me, baby, you don't need to worry. She said, she never felt so right. I said, yes, baby, bring it on me tonight. She said, she never felt so right. I said, yes, baby, bring it on me tonight. Woman of my dreams, you become reality. Out of my subconsciousness and my immortality, I'm the happiest man in the world because I have you for my girl. And I promise you, my baby, I'm gonna take you on tours around the world. Oh yeah, baby, she said, she never felt so right. I said, yes, baby, bring it on me tonight. She said, she never felt so right.
Back to the future.
Said, yes, baby, bring it on me.
You know, I've been thinking about the years we've been together, and trust me, I've got a song for you, and only you. Check it out. You keep me coming back for more.
care, but you never then near. You're always on the run. Now tell me this, why we can't spend no quality time? Kick back and just unwind. You always have something to do. That simple mean that love you're not true, cause only when you want to me hear you shout I love you. Tell me where all the passion gone, all of the warmth. Tell me where is all of the tenderness. And there is something else that's been bugging me for so long. Tell me this, tell me if love's so nice. Tell me why it hurts so bad. Badang, if love's so nice. Tell me why I'm sad. Me sing again, if love's so nice. Tell me why it hurts so bad. Badang, if love's so nice.
Back to the future.
Tell me why I'm sad. Me sing again.
I didn't see what I was supposed to see. Taking it easy when a friend told me I was in danger. So much danger. Underestimating my woman, not taking her out. Working too hard and now she's going off with a stranger. Someone I don't even know. I should have taken her out every once in a while. Dinner together on the fancy style. Show her a life that's all worthwhile. Now I guess I gotta walk an extra mile. I could beat myself. Oh yeah. Ooh yeah. I could beat myself. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna feel funny out there in the crowd when my friends all ask me, where is your woman? Long time I don't see. Now I've got to think fast, gotta use my head. Give a good story and make sure they buy my version of the situation. Although I don't wanna lie, I'm gonna do this once. See my reputation sinking in a distance. If they knew the truth that really existed,
back to the future.
then my little sanity would be wasted. I could beat myself. Oh yeah. Ooh, yeah. I could beat myself. Oh Lord. Now Jack is the Mac and he comes around every Monday. Oh, Tuesday and Wednesday. Every day of the week. And even though I try to tell you that I love you from the bottom of my heart, you had no place for me.
Back to the future.
All that you fell for one of them sweet lies. The kind you doubt still you wanna believe. When the heart's not hearing what the brain is saying and you're weak in the knees. Another sweet lie. The kind you doubt still you wanna believe. When the heart's in doubt, you got to stay out. I feel the need for you tonight. Over my little apple, I'd certainly take a bite. My poor body's calling and needs attention fast. Till you're here beside me, baby. That's how long this pain's gonna last. You gotta come back home. Come back home. You gotta come back home. Gotta come back home. Can't remember how long it's been. I sure lost track of time. Don't ask me how I'm doing. I can't say I'm doing fine. My world is topsy-turvy. Everything is upside down. It's no use explaining. Got to come see what's going on. You gotta come back home. Oh, baby.
Back to the future.
Back to the future. Back to the future.
Boom Summer Fest is on. The biggest songs of the summer.
Summer, summer, summertime.
every shift, every day. Playing all the party anthems and hits. All day and all night. We turn up the heat. The Boom Summerfest is on. The number one morning show in the SVG.
Morning.
OMG in the morning.
Come on now. Yeah. Hey, that's all I like. Party. Hey, time to party. Hey, time to party. Hey, I just want to jump. Don't tell me about work in the morning unless we talking hard work. Wine and jam. Wine up on a girl. I say you can't tell me about work in the morning unless we talking hard work. Wine and jam. Wine up on a girl. Well, I want to get this
under the rum. He's out here with it, I'm making a jet. We set him till morning, you know we don't play. He's out here with it, the whole family. We just till the morning. When you see me in a bar, it's me and all of me people.
The number one morning show in the SVG.
Morning.
OMG in the morning.
Come on now.
Be ready for school with the coolest deals from Quartz. Shop today and get big discounts on laptops, tablets, printers, televisions.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentions that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact Live. Party.
Always wanted a motorcycle, but they've been too expensive. I pass in on my way to work, and then boom, I see courts of motorcycles outside. I'm excited. I get up one day, I go down, I spoke to this guy. I think his name was Sheena, this short, chubby little guy, you know. I purchased 2 bikes so far. It was the 150 SL and the 250 Dragon. This blue, beautiful AKT TT Dragon. This is my baby. I call her Becky. She gives me the best ride ever. My name is Storyboy Nick, and I live to ride my AKT.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentions that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Your vision is our mission at Quartz Optical. Shop today for up to 25% off. And with Ready Finance, pay nothing for 30 days. Book your free eye examination appointment online at www.quartzoptical.com. Your vision is our mission. Up to 25% off your completed eyewear. Only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply. See in store for details.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact Live. Party from home. Subscribe, follow, send us your voice notes. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, or call us live in studio. Be where the world is going. Stay home and connect online. Boom 1069, IKTV. Join the evolution. It's all about you. Connect now.
Discover New Guinness Smooth. Perfectly balanced for a smooth, refreshing taste. New Guinness Smooth.
Your vision is our mission at Quartz Optical. Shop today for up to 25% off. And with Ready Finance, pay nothing for 30 days. Book your free eye examination appointment online at www.quartzoptical.com. Your vision is our mission. Up to 25% off your completed eyewear. Only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply. See in-store for details.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact live. Party from home. Subscribe, follow, send us your voice notes. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, or call us live in studio. Be where the world is going. Stay home and connect online. Boom 1069, IKTV. Join the evolution. It's all about you. Connect now.
What you gonna do when the rain is coming down? Nothing more to do when there's no one else around. Bring it back to the middle, push, take it back to the rhythm. Keep it up for good when the sky's falling down. All you gotta do is to bring it to the ground. Hit it up to your inner move, stop, start, down. Nobody can get what you're going through.
cables, find that at Corazes. We have everything for your home at Corazes. Located in Kingston, located in Annisville. Pembroke, Diamonds and Beckwell. Shop at Corazes. Hardware, Corazes. Health for Blaze, Corazes. Fun Blaze, Corazes. Corazes. Corazes.
Penny Bank, we're the people's bank. Your Penny Bank, and so much more.
Paladin SVG Inc. Alarm Solution is second to none. We offer intrusion alarm systems, security radar, active infrared beams, and emergency alarm systems. Get perimeter protection for your premises. Active infrared beams protect large areas. Our radar video linkage solution sends data to PTZ cameras for active target tracking, so you can take immediate action. Intrusion alarm systems offer reliable protection and records video the moment the alarm is triggered and sends footage to users via email or the app. Intelligent alarm systems mean you can control your home from anywhere in the world. Find out more at Paladin SVG Inc. at telephone number 784-457-7241.
catering dishes. Get ready for a taste of Ascension hospitality like never before. We're open Monday to Saturdays from 3 p.m. until Hotel Alexandrina's Culture Bar and Grill, where flavors come to life.
The biggest songs of the summer, every day and all night long on Boom Summerfest.
Oh, Shady. Don't respond to me, no man. I'm not hearing you. You mash up the mic again, Shady. Shady, come on, what did you do? Why do you keep doing that? Say something. Jesus Lord. Really, man, the thing fixed the thing yesterday, now. What do you do, Shady? Why do you do that?
Nothing. I ain't trouble nothing.
Say again. Go ahead.
I ain't trouble nothing.
Yeah, you're very low there. You're coming through, but very, very low there. Guys, can you get that fixed, please? In the meantime, let me tell you about Woodsy's. Yeah, Woodsy's Bar and Restaurant. We conquer down the days to Labor Day weekend. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. And Friday, the thing starts by Woodsy's. And it started Woodsy's with their Friday night karaoke. Yeah. On Saturday night, that is when the real thing starts. Yeah, on Saturday night. The big party. Sunday night, it continues. Monday night, it continues. Remember, Sunday, all your after parties, everywhere, your boat rides and all those things, you ending up right by Woodsy's. Yeah. Remember, all your top DJs, international cast of DJs will be in the house from SVG. DJ Fugitive. Yeah. Canadian DJs will be there. Miami DJs, DJ Kin, Easy Song, Super Isles, DJ Nip, DJ Instinct, DJ Gary the Genius, and DJ Q. All part of the big cast that will be at Woodsy's. You don't want to miss Woodsy's this Labor Day weekend. Woodsy boy! It's a good thing your mic ain't working, because I'll tell you, I talk to Big Red about your thing, but Big Red say he ain't like how you behaving on the radio. So I don't know. Maybe you could ask Small Red to put in a good word for you, because my word ain't worth nothing. Where is he though? Where is Small Red?
Who is Small Red?
The Cutlass? Who is Small Red?
Oh, yeah.
Where is he?
Oh,
Jesus. So that's Woodsy's. That's what's happening at Woodsy's this weekend. Remember, check it out. And you can check out Woodsy's tonight as well. Pass by. Yeah, the Lime will be there at Woodsy's tonight. Make sure you check it out. Yeah. Hey, listen, we got things to talk about this morning. Oh my gosh, press conference, thing to talk about this morning. Listen, before we get into all that, the Flow Back to School Extravaganza continues. Every day, one lucky customer will have a chance to win a free laptop. Did I say a free laptop? Yes, I said a free laptop every single day. All you do, you must zero your balance for a chance to win. This back to school is at Flow. And also, would you like to win cash just in time for going back to school? Yeah, grab it. It can be all yours. Sign up for internet and get a chance to win Flow. Cash Money, your one-stop shop for all things back to school, all things Flow. And why not? Why not? Yeah, why not? Well, boy, Courts got something big going on. Yeah, shop with no cash in the Courts Summer BOGO. You know what BOGO is, right? Buy one, get one free. Yeah. And get 35% off your second items when you purchase with your Courts Ready for Dance. Get 20% off your second item when you shop with cash. Yeah, second item must be of equal or lesser value. Plus, don't miss out on the Courts Dough Buster deal. No cash, no problem. With Courts Ready Finance, you pay $0 down and your first payment isn't due until September 2023. Don't sleep on this great deal. Don't sleep. Offer available until August 29th. That's when? 31st. 29 to the 31st. So you still got some time there, all right? 2023. Only at your nearest Courts store. Courts, bringing value home. Extended warranty as well today, offering all that great stuff and more. Only at Courts. You got to go and check out Courts. Check them out. Yeah. Hey, listen, the Kingston Cooperative Credit Union. Is that right? Is that the right one there? Yeah. Embrace the future of education with KCCU EdTech. Head back to school hassle-free with financing support from $3,000 to $5,000. Enjoy super low interest rates and manageable monthly payment. Invest in your dreams today and pave the way for a brighter future at the Kingston Cooperative Credit Union. That's what they're saying to you. All right. And listen, Hotel Alexandrina, looking for the ultimate destination for relaxation and exceptional flavor. Look no further than Hotel Alexandrina Culture Bar and Grill in Prospect. Join them Monday to Saturday from 3 p.m. for a dining experience like no other. Discover their mouth-watering menu, vibrant ambience, and Vincentian hospitality. Call Hotel Alexandrina Culture Bar at 456-9788 or visit Culture Bar and Grill today. Maybe I will ask those two horrible Ingrids, those two horrible humans, that we should have our Friday lunch at Hotel Alexandrina this Friday. Yeah, maybe that's the day. Yeah, what do you think? I just tell them, let me bring you in, but they say, nah. They want, they say they want two red man to be the one black man. So they want two black man, you know, they ain't into that. That's how it is. But it's okay, it's all good. Embrace the essence of summer at Woodsy's Bar and Restaurant. Yeah! Especially now, coming to the end of summer. Immerse yourself in top-notch music and great vibes with Brooklyn's and the Caribbean top DJs. Join them for free roast pork and roast chicken along with their happy hour from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Enjoy 5 beers for $20, $10 cocktail, $10 frozen margarita, and $5 shot. It's the ultimate summer weekend vibes. Oh, here he comes, my gosh. Yeah, as we end the summer with the greatest experience at Woodsy's. The ambience is safe, it's clean, it is just the best place to be at this weekend. Woodsy's, you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss Woodsy's. Yeah? What do you think? You see that slow signal I said? Blow them? Yeah. Well, here comes the dull cutlass. The dull. I will not have you calling him my friend a dull cutlass. I will never have you say that. Don't you dare disrespect my friend like that.
Good morning, Shady. How are you, buddy? How was your night?
How was your night, buddy? My head hurting me. Don't start at me so in the morning. Don't start at me so in the morning now.
Shady, this is
my head is hurting me. Could you please not start at me?
I could imagine your head is hurting you. I could just imagine. I'm actually surprised you're at work this morning. Grant told me, buddy, a story about you last night.
Yeah, Grant. I know you and Grant always have all the side talk against me. I know that's fine. That's fine.
No, we're just jealous of your abilities.
That's fine. That's okay.
We wish we could.
I'm a great man. I'm a great man.
Are.
I am a great man.
You are a great.
I'm the best, buddy.
You are apparently so. At least so the girls seem to think.
They know that.
But what a night, huh?
What a night it was last night, buddy.
It was.
Tell me about it.
Yes. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I think I am pretty good. It's Wednesday.
Yes.
You know what today is?
Hump day.
Hump day.
Hump day.
Hump day, buddy.
Hump day.
Now, for those of you out there who have sick, perverted minds, let's be clear here what the hump is. Wednesday is the middle of the week.
Why?
It's getting over the hump towards the weekend again. This is what we're referring to.
Yeah.
Now,
have you ever done Labor Day weekend?
Oh, yeah, I used to go there all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was in Canada, we used to drive down. A whole pile of us used to drive down because I had cousins and stuff down there. Yeah. The parade itself was kind of crap in those days, but that was 20.
The parties, you enjoy the parties.
The parties used to be fun. Parties are always fun. If you get enough Trinis around you, parties.
Not Vincentians?
No, Trinis. Love Trinis. Trinis know how to party.
You don't like Vincentians? You don't have problems with partying with Vincentians?
It's just that most Vincentians, in order to have a good time, they have to get drunk first. Trinis don't have that issue.
Okay.
You know, they start from the beginning.
Okay.
You go to a Vincentian party, you stand up most of the time for a few hours while people drink enough alcohol. There's a reason that on Carnival Monday, we have rum circles in our band. We need to get them
because all they like
early.
to suck?
No, we need to get them drunk early.
don't.
And rumsicles
I'm
also are very
saying.
good for the hot sun, you see.
I thought because
but
you're
if
a
you get them
sucker.
drunk early, then they'll be able to relax some more themselves. Other than that, they stand around in corners watching each other and taking pictures of each other and commenting about each
Tanya,
other.
say good morning. Say good morning to
Good
Tanya.
morning, Tanya. As my friend Shady would know, being a DJ, if you go on early on a DJ as a DJ, you know you just play it to nothing because nobody dancing, nobody having a good time, everybody's standing up watching each other. Now, if you're fortunate, you come on later, and when the alcohol is
Shady,
soaked
shut
in,
up.
then
What
they can
you
have a
know
good
about
time.
that? You
Shady
just
knows
want
the
to play
truth.
stupid
Shady
music.
knows I'm
Yeah,
speaking
yeah.
the truth. I don't know what it is
If
about
Shady not
us.
playing with me wrong, he plays all the
I had a friend who went to Grenada Carnival. I've never been there either, and I
Yeah.
heard it was really
You never
good
had
too.
the job?
What? Well, why, could you play to explain what you mean about the jab, my friend? If you want to elaborate.
Whatever
then
you
we-
want to put to your mind. It's
Oh,
there.
I
It's
see.
there.
Well, then yeah, I've had the jab.
You've had the
I
job.
had the jab.
Jab,
Yeah, I had the
jab.
jab. Yeah, but I'm told Grenada has a really nice carnival too. You know, so that's good. You know, good to see. You see, prize money got paid too.
I didn't see that.
It's funny how you only see
I
negatives.
saw I saw trophies. I didn't see the
All
money.
last
I see
year
the
you
money
got.
pass.
Yeah.
I saw trophies pass.
Oh, sorry. Shady, were you there?
Shady,
I wasn't.
You were not there. So you didn't get any prize money for best DJ of the season?
Shady got prize monies, yes.
You got prize
but not
monies?
from CDC.
Wow,
Not from CDC.
really?
So what's going on, buddy?
Buddy,
Yesterday was quite an interesting day.
Really? Why was that?
Well, how should we start yesterday? Should you give me a little bit more energy with the music, then, man?
So,
Give me a little- how should we start
somebody
yesterday?
told me apparently,
Yeah.
you know, about that that they're not hearing as much noise at the port as they used to. So maybe they're at the phase now where they finished the pile.
They're not ponging? No, they
Apparently
ain't
not
no
as much
ponging?
more. So maybe they finished the pile driving now, and they're moving on to the next stage. I don't know.
What pile driving? What are you talking about?
Well, you have to drive down, you know.
Yeah, but you
Huh?
The
The
grading.
grading. now. Oh, okay.
Okay, let me react,
Because
let me
remember,
react.
when they drill, they have to drive piles down until they hit something fairly solid. Huh? So.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're saying there's nothing solid there?
I didn't say you crazy or what.
But you're
I said
insinuating that. You're
No, 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 no,
insinuating
I'm
that.
saying
What are
apparently
you
they have-
saying?
No, I'm saying quite the opposite. I'm saying apparently they have hit what they needed to hit because they don't seem to be. This is what a friend of mine called me and said. They don't seem to be driving as many piles anymore. So
Right.
he's hoping that they finish so the noise will stop in his head.
Okay.
So, you know, so that's
Okay.
good to me. That's
Okay.
a positive sign, isn't it?
Okay.
You know, your
Okay.
port is coming along nicely.
All the labor people, eh?
Yeah.
Shady, give me the labor thing. Give me, please.
What's
Give
the-
me
what's the-
give
what
me
labor thing here?
the labor thing, please. Quick,
I
quick,
want
quick,
to
quick,
say
quick.
thanks to those who vote.
I 3 minutes. Yeah, give me the
want-
labor thing, please.
I want to say thanks to those who voted for Labour but now a ball.
Good morning to you.
Where do you get these things from?
I don't know. Shade is ring now. I don't know what you put it. Good morning to you. Let's start your morning off. Your very cold morning off that way. Good morning to you, Carter. You're live.
Good morning, Brother Bing. How are you?
Good morning. I'm very good, Mr. Hammer. How
And
are
again,
you?
and let me just say to you and greetings, brother. You know,
Cutlass, brother,
my good
Cutlass,
friend.
Cutlass.
Well,
Good morning,
you
good
say,
morning.
you say
Good
don't call
morning.
him Cutlass.
No,
you
no,
know,
I
greetings,
said to
brother.
call him Cutlass. He said don't call him. I said to call him.
But he doesn't mind if we call him Cutlass because you know we love him. You know, but let me just say this. You know, I want you to understand. There's going to be some reassessment on radio, and I have done it, and I'm going to send it to you. And so I want Boom to stay number one. Because Extreme, literally, they're doing a very good job.
Don't
I
come
think
on
it-
one radio station and call another radio station name Mr. Hamilton. Come on, you don't do that. Don't
Well, I know
do
you.
that. That's like
Well, I know
you
you call
don't do that.
you call the Sunday the program with Cecil Ryan here many times. So
But I
you know,
don't
it's
call
that-
the radio station name. I call the program Worship the Prime Minister. That's what
Okay,
it, that's
well,
what it
okay.
is. That's what
Well,
they do.
Let me stick to Boom as number one. All I'm saying to you. Let me
Do you
ask
think
you a
they worship
question.
the Prime Minister in that program? Do you think so?
Which program?
They worship the Prime Minister program.
Yes. But let me ask you something here, and I could ask my brother. How are we getting salaries? How are we paying salaries? If the overdraft limit is reached. So you have a 32 million overdraft, you're in the red, and literally you're going 40 and 50, and there is really no firing productive sector. Tourism, agriculture, literally no citizen investment program. All of the other countries with vibrant economies are struggling to pay salaries. How are we paying salaries? And I'm saying again, tell me how I get for at least 10 minutes on the radio. If I could buy the spot so I could tell our Vincentian people.
Buy this spot so I
that
can pay salary too. By the spot, I want his salary.
Well, no, somebody will help me to get it spot on the spot. But let me just say this to you. I'm asking you that I have been telling you that really and truly, we're literally borrowing monies and we're going into the overdraft. So we're going 40, 50, 60 million in the red, and we are billing interest. What is going to happen at NCB Bank? Mr. Gonzalez said in April, I'll end with this, April of 2021, that he didn't have the money to pay the 30 million. He has now carried up to 39 million. And I'm only saying, it is time we understand that is raw corruption. It only means then that we can't grow, we can't pay salaries, we can't fix the roads, we can't put medicines in the hospital, and I'm pay the civil servants. No wonder you want to. I am saying, my brother, please tell Mr. Gonsalves it's time to get out of office.
Well, let me let the numbers man respond to that, okay? Let me let the cutlass with the numbers man respond to that. God bless you, God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. How do you respond to what Mr. Hamilton's saying?
Could you summarize for me?
I can't.
Why not?
He's saying how we pay salaries, how do we pay bills? We're not exporting. We don't have CBI program. We don't have this. We don't have that. What monies do we have coming in basically? So we don't have monies coming in. So how are we paying out?
Well, apparently we do have monies coming in because obviously the country is not bankrupt from the last time we saw officially. We had a budget presentation 7 or 8 months ago. People said what they had to say then, and I didn't hear anybody say the country can't pay their bills because apparently the money's being found. We've heard this for 20-something years now.
Yeah. Caller, good morning.
What can I say?
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Good morning.
A special good morning to Mr. Joker.
Thank you, my
You know why?
I am special.
Because I normally scroll to Facebook in the night, right? And there's a radio station that have this program. And every time I scroll through and I reach that page, there's only always one viewer. But I noticed Stephen on the program last night and there's 11 viewers.
Why are they doing this like so?
So 110% more.
Hold on. So last night there was 10 viewers, you're saying?
11.
But there was 110% increase. All because of you.
On total, 1100%.
Boy, you're wicked in heart. You're bumping in your mouth.
You did well. Very well done.
All right, buddy. All right, that's a good one. That's a very good one. That's interesting.
I don't know. I don't know how many people watch, listen, or whatever to these shows. I know for sure there's 2 people in here listening, and I don't know if there's anybody else outside
I can tell you how much listening right now on that same on our Facebook page. I can tell you that. So yesterday, I called yesterday morning.
Have you apologized yet for saying Colin has resigned when the Prime Minister
Well, hold on,
said...
no, man. What are you shut up and let me get to it?
I'm sorry.
Yesterday morning, I called for the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to come out and say something.
And it was said. So well done.
Well, wait now.
Your ego's out of control, huh?
Yes, it is.
Gee whiz.
And the best. I called.
That's what the ladies say, buddy.
Shady, let me talk to you. Let me talking to you. Shady,
I
called yesterday, right, for something official. A statement from the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
And got one from the Prime Minister, so
right?
happy they could shut up now.
Because on all the news platforms, on internet, on the physical papers now, on the front page of these papers said, the Commissioner of Police, my friend, I'm going down with him.
Colin.
My friend Colin John, limited office. And I called and I said, but how come we hear nothing from Big Red? When Big Red was far, where you been there with Candyman?
Why are you calling the man Big Red?
Big Red called in and Worship the Prime Minister program.
Yes.
He sent a video with Candyman saying about foreign operatives. But we have a national security issue.
Are you saying the foreign operatives have been trying to get Colin to resign? Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I called for something from Big Red to say
and
something.
You got something said. What
hold on. We're going to dissect it. We're going to unpack it. We're going to do it all this morning. Shady, play me Big Red this moment. Play me something from Big Red.
I don't know of anything concerning the resignation of Colin John as Commissioner of Police. And I could say emphatically, Colin John has not resigned. because it would be not within his interest. I mean, you just got to know the rules. Secondly, he's at an age where it is open to him to ask for early retirement. I'm not going to comment as to whether the Commissioner of Police has or has not asked for early.
I am
lyrics,
not,
buddy. Lyrics. I love it.
am not.
Who better? Who? You not as good as well.
I can't be Big Red. I can't Big Red bad. Big Red bad. Big Red. He's saying it. Listen to what Big Red said carefully, right? First of all, I do not know of anything about the commissioner resigning.
Right.
But I'm not going to comment as to whether or not he resigned.
And he's of the age where he should consider resigning because he's in retirement age.
What shopping this is this?
That was wonderful. That was wonderful. That was brilliant.
Big Red could come up with these things.
Brilliant. You like that, huh? Do you like that,
It makes sense. I don't know of anything concerning the resignation of Colin John as Commissioner of Police. And I could say emphatically, Colin John has not resigned because it would be not within his interest. I mean, you just got to know the rules. Secondly, he's at an age where it is open to him to ask for early retirement. I'm not going to comment as to whether the Commissioner of Police has or has not asked for early.
Oh God, my head not tell me. My head not tell me.
Colin should take the hint. And if he hasn't resigned, he need to resign now. Because you're at the age, Colin, where you should have resigned, apparently.
No. Just give me a bigger headache. Just give me a bigger headache. My head not tell me.
Why?
I can't unpack that.
Why?
What is it?
Let me help you.
What did he just
say?
There?
As far as he's aware, Colin has not resigned.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Well, as far as he's aware, he hasn't resigned.
No, that's not what he said. He does not know.
Doesn't the first part say he has not resigned? As far as he's aware,
I do not know.
At the start, he says.
He said, I do not know of anything about. Play again. Play. He doesn't know. He doesn't. Remember, he wasn't.
It doesn't make sense. I don't know of anything concerning the resignation of Colin John as Commissioner of Police.
Resignation.
No, right.
So as far as if I don't know something, that would imply that. Well, Shady, what is wrong with you now?
Shady, go on.
You want to tell me? Excuse me.
Go on.
Shady, hold on a second.
Maybe
you want to tell me
he doesn't know
that the Commissioner of Police,
he wasn't in the country.
You want to tell me that a Minister of National Security,
he doesn't know,
who I believe the police commissioner reports to or has direct responsibility for.
Why are you beating up on Big Red? He doesn't know.
Why?
He doesn't know.
You want to tell me he doesn't know?
He doesn't know. He said he doesn't know.
Because it didn't happen.
Are you implying that Big Red is lying?
No.
Are you implying that he's lying?
I'm implying that you are lying to say Colin resigned.
I am saying Big Red said he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
And I'm saying he didn't resign.
But he doesn't.
If he didn't resign, then Ralph would have known. You see me on
Caller, good morning. What do you think? What do you think, Caller?
Good morning. Well, the Prime Minister told you that he hasn't resigned, but you guys are mixing up resignation with retirement. Colin, as the Prime Minister says, can ask for early retirement because he has attained the age of 55. Okay? That is certainly different from retirement. Okay? And for you to get early retirement, it must be granted by the cabinet. That is what happens.
Thank you for clarifying.
So don't mix up resignation and a request for early retirement. If you resign, you are not entitled to your benefits, and that is what the Prime Minister was trying to say.
Okay, hold on, caller. Are you saying then that maybe Colin sent him his resignation, but it was not accepted?
Well, not a resignation. He will not resign. That
No. You said it wasn't granted.
I do not believe he sent him a resignation.
You said it wasn't granted.
I do not know. He might have asked for early retirement, And I said the cabinet and refused or
Accept early retirement, yes.
So it wasn't
He could
granted.
still retire.
So it wasn't
He
granted.
could still resign and leave. He just wouldn't get the benefits,
He
correct?
resigned. He can resign. He has a choice. He could resign. But once
but he wouldn't get the
resigns,
benefits.
he doesn't get his benefits.
Unless cabinet
And,
approves.
and
Thank
when
you.
Big Red say he doesn't know anything, I don't know anything at all about what you're talking about. What
No,
is
what
it?
he was referring to is not knowing anything about him resigning, and just get that resign thing out of your head. Colin is not stupid. He's not going to resign at age 55. Relax on all the retirement.
Okay, but the story said Colin demitted office.
Which
Is
story?
it- The story on the front page. Yeah, the
No,
story
it
on
said he demitted.
Searchlight.
Oh.
Searchlight said he demitted office.
That means he's
Now,
gone then.
I am not going to speak my
No, demitting office could mean that you were granted early retirement. Eh?
Oh, he just.
wait.
Oh, he left. Oh, he left.
You and Big
If
Red
you
and
demit
Small Red
office,
and they give me Harvey, you Big Red and Small Red, all you give me a headache. All you give me a headache.
Harvey.
Somebody wake me up, please. Somebody wake me up out of this nightmare, please.
But let me tell you,
Do we have a commissioner of police or we don't? What is the situation?
No, I don't know. But
What you just said, Harvey, what's going on? You just said. What? See what I'm talking about?
what I can I can tell you this. I don't want to be focused on what happened for early retirement. That is why I can tell you about the process. Okay? All right, gentlemen.
So you just so like Big Red, you just sit and he
Yes, I requested early retirement and cabinet granted me. My wish.
Okay, so are you saying that Big Red is saying basically that it wasn't granted?
Well,
He
I
knows
am
nothing about such matters. What are you talking
I
about?
get him because no, he said when it comes to early retirement, he said I will not comment one way or the other.
Yes, that's the other one. That's the other one. Thank you. Thank you, Harvey. Thank you, Harvey. Play the other one. Shady. Play the other one. All they think all they going to make me a fool this morning here. All they ain't catching me this morning here now. I go in now. Play the other one. Play the other
you,
one.
and I answer that whether the commissioner of police has intimated orally or in writing his request to demit, his request for early retirement, sorry. I said to you that I'm not going to either confirm or deny that. But I explain it because the question was posed as though there's some fait accompli about something.
He should lead the United Nations. I don't know another human being who can speak so much and say so little.
I mean, first of all,
that is, and I say that as a compliment. Huh? That is the ultimate
first of
diplomatic
all,
speak.
Big Red say he
diplo-
don't know anything,
Diplomatic.
but then he's not going to comment. But then he said that he
That's
haven't.
what I'm
Call
saying.
it good morning.
Man is brilliant.
Hey, Bing, good
Yes,
morning.
Morning. Oh, you come to defend Big Red. Louis.
Yeah, Bing, the difference, right? When you resign, you lose all the benefits. You lose your pension and everything like that. To ask for all the retirement, right? The cabinet has to approve it. The cabinet could deny that approval by the commissioner. If he asks for retirement, the cabinet could turn it down too. Because he not reach his retirement age was at 60. Colin is now 55, so he could ask for all the retirement
Man,
at 55.
You and Big Red, all you just dealing with semantics.
I would
Just
prefer-
semantics.
I would
Thank you.
prefer-
Thank you.
Hey, when the Prime Minister says, you know,
Does
that's
Colin
not
want to
true.
stay in the job or not?
Huh?
Is Colin still interested in keeping the job or not?
Yeah, yeah,
In
yeah,
current
yeah.
terms and
All of you dealing with semantics. You
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Big
yeah.
Red and all of you Red and the other Red. Them. All of you dealing with
straight to the
semantics.
Most people are saying that the Prime Minister asked him to pull it back.
Oh, the Prime Minister asked him pull it back?
Most people are saying that.
Oh, most people. How you know that?
Yeah.
How you know that?
So
Who
you
told you
have you
that?
heard the Prime Minister ask Colin to pull back the resignation?
Not his resignation. Resignation means he will lose all his benefits.
Oh,
It's
what
all
did the
retirement.
Prime Minister ask him to pull back?
Huh?
What did the Prime
All
Minister?
retirement.
All
retirement request.
What the hell is the difference? The point is that what is it? Okay, let me deal with the semantics. Resignation.
He lose all his pension.
Okay, we know that. But the point is, the man said, the story said you demit in office. What I mean?
He demit in office?
Yes.
Well, they come in two things, you know. He either come resign or ask for all retirement.
Okay, all right, good. Thank you. We got to come to, maybe he might be able to clear this up.
Yeah, he would be able to clear. Yeah, absolutely. But
I don't want to deal with the semantics.
I would be much prefer to talk about planes and the airline business,
yeah,
rather than
because I hear
I
heard Mustique buying planes for Liats too. So let me go. Come on. Let me deal with no more calls. Sorry, we can't take any calls right now. Let's go. For Council. Let me go. Council, unpack this all for us this morning. Let me go.
Plain talk. Plain Talk with Jumo Thomas.
So much things to say right now.
All you talk now.
On OMG.
Morning, Council.
Good morning, Stephen. Good morning. I'm not seeing Sherry. Good morning if he's there. Good morning, most of all, to your listeners.
Good morning.
Yeah, there he is. Bing, I'm not so sure if you guys listen to PM Gonzalez closely. And I heard, like, a caller just called in and said, well, if you resign, you can lose all the benefit. And you say, yeah, we know that. That's not true. In the first place, there's a special facility in the police department where, and it's the only place in the public service, I think, where it is. After 10 years, you could leave the police force and get some benefits. After 20 years, you could leave and get some benefits. If the Prime Minister is correct in his statement, Mr. John has been in the public service, in the police force for 35 years, right? Cumulatively, yes. Because remember, there was one time when he left and he went to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution.
Yes.
So, but in all, it's 35 years. So if you have 35 years and you are 55, my understanding is that you could easily leave, even though you haven't gotten to, well, he has 35 years plus he's 55 years old. My understanding, and that was one of the things that we talked about when we were doing the COVID vaccine case, because many of the people who had gotten up there 35 years in the service, or some of them had 35 years in the service, but they had not yet gotten to age 35. In fact, there was a particular lady who was short of the 35 years, who had 35 years of service, but who was short of being age 55 by I think 100 and something days, and they refused to give her early retirement on the ground that she had not yet reached 55. But in the case of a police officer, you don't have to, and this is why we have to try to avoid some of the ignorance. You don't have to have served or get to serve a particular time. You don't reach retirement age yet. You have the requisite number of years in the service. More than that, the police has a special facility where after 10 years, you can get some benefits. After 20 years, you can get more benefits. And here's Mr. John, who has 35 years, if that's so that means he went in there, he went in the service at age 20, which is a commendable service for 35 years already, and he's only 55 years old. So this notion that he would lose his benefit is not true. So that's the first thing when you hear the Prime Minister talking about that. If you come with any kind of knowledge at all, you could know that the man is talking foolishness. But beyond that, he essentially, if you listen closely to him, he was saying he fired him.
Huh?
Yes, if you listen closely, he said, I am not going to confirm or deny whether he applied for early retirement. And then he goes into a diatribe as to why that is not the case. And essentially misinformed the public by telling them that if he applied for early retirement, he would lose all of his benefits. So that's not true. And if he's not confirming or denying, evidently what has happened is he has asked the commissioner to resign Or you know something in Stephen would know this as a part of the business culture. They tell you, look, we can give you the courtesy of a resignation or to leave, or we will fire you. You're going to be replaced. Remember, he went on this whole song and dance. That look, the way it works is that the Police Service Commission can make a selection for someone to be promoted to commissioner, but that person does not become commissioner unless he or she is sanctioned by the Prime Minister. We know how St. Vincent works. Essentially, when there's good, and you heard the Prime Minister say, "Look, I was responsible for promoting five commissioners." Essentially, he's the one who look at the force and decides who is going to become commissioner. He did it with Miller. Miller was fast tracked to the ranks, and before you know it, Miller was commissioner of police, leapfrogging many police officers who had higher rank at the time. Similarly, he did it with Colin John. Colin John was leapfrogged. He went from station sergeant to commissioner over a number of men who had higher rank at the time. So that has happened, and I think, look, there was my source tells me, and my source is an impeccable source, tells me that part of the problem that the Prime Minister is going to have is, I mean, and Colin John was a loyal soldier for the Prime Minister. He might not have said it, but you can be sure he was. Remember, I think it was Security Officer Benjamin who had said some years ago that he would take. Was it Benjamin who said? One of them said that they would take a bullet for the Prime Minister. Bing, are you there?
Yeah, we listen to you. Taking a bullet for the Prime Minister.
No. The reason why I said that, last time we lost each other, and I this is why it would be much better if I have you on the screen so I could see what is going on rather than myself alone. But yeah, so this officer had said that he's going to he would take a bullet, and Colin John was a loyal soldier. He was only there for 5 years. One never knows why he is being relieved or why he would ask. But I'll tell you this. My source tells me that one of the persons who may well be in the running for the commissioner has said, look, I can't take the stress and I can't take the insults. I repeat, I can't take the stress and I can't take the insults. Now, who you think the insults are coming from? I mean, we understand the stress of the job, but who do you think the insults are coming from? It can be other officers, because if it were other officers, the commissioner could discipline the insubordinate subordinates, right? So it has to be coming from somebody higher up, and more than likely, the only person who would be so insensitive to insult his military is the head of the military, who is the Minister of National Security. So those are the things that I think we need to concentrate on. It is not correct to have the feeling that Colin John is just walking away, or Colin John is being pushed out. And one of the reasons why he might be pushed out, you remember? Well, I don't think you were here. You might have been gone by then. But I suggested that he be removed. And one of the reasons, well, for one thing, I said that ever since he came in 2016, 2017, there was not anything that he could account for as an accomplishment. I mean, even the Central Police Station, which is rapidly deteriorating, they are putting up pieces of boards to block windows and so on. He couldn't even get that done. So there was no major accomplishments he had. And then I think he made a major blunder on the 20th of July when he made an announcement in his media coverage that the state, the police, were in fact offering security to some of the men who might have been who were killed on the previous night. I mean, that's a major out from a chief of police, and that might have been the straw that broke the camel's back. And the Prime Minister feeling compelled to do something, he decided that he's going to ask the commissioner to demit office. So I think that's what we need to think about, and that's where we need to look for in that whole situation. Are you stumped?
Yeah, we listening to you. We listening to you.
No, I don't want to say anything else on that. I just thought that since I came in, I don't pick up your radio on the internet anymore.
Listen, hold on, Jolo. Listen, Council, listen.
Yeah, Jomo, a friend of mine said, right, two different words here, resignation and retirement. Cabinet cannot refuse an early retirement request if you qualify for the consideration of the request, but it can be delayed. But by general convention, it's a given. You only need to achieve 33 1/3 years to qualify for full pension. And Jomo is also correct that the police service allows for benefits even if you have not reached retirement age. So,
but that is the point. So what the nonsense the prime minister was, you see, this man always tries to throw dust in people's face because he wants. I mean, you guys, we just gotta know these things and bring them to the fore, because otherwise people are gonna be misinformed. As Stephen said, you listen to PM, and he talks and talks and talks. If you listen to him yesterday, there was another point yesterday. I don't know if you all had a chance to listen, because that's what I really wanted to talk about this morning. When he was talking about the management fees. I mean, that was... he says, oh, the management fees are fees that for management. And he danced around it. And then to cover it all up, what does he do? The NDP's lie. The NDP has been in our position for 22 years. And to cover all of his nonsense, the NDP lie, the NDP lie, the NDP lie. If you spend any time, Bing, when you get off, spend a few minutes and read at least the executive summary of the actuarial report. Everything that is in the public domain in terms of the management fees of 186% increase over the last 5 years is true. The KPMG, when you look at their audited report, talked about the discretionary funds and the NIS need to reduce the discretionary funds. Now, what are the discretionary funds? Being the discretionary fund in your pocket is the $5 you give the guy going up the street. You don't have to give it. It's not essential to your life or your existence, but you give it away. So here's
But I mean, we're talking about NIS and whatever, which we've been talking about for 30 years and we'll continue to talk about for the next 30. But we already know what's going to happen. What is going to happen is that they will move the contribution limit has to be moved from 10% to 15%.
Yes, that's the actual recommendation, that 1% beginning 2022 until
right. So we already know what's going to happen.
Yes, but Stephen,
yes,
we can't look at it as a fait accompli that that's what's going to happen. Or if you look at Barbados or Antigua, they're talking about the same thing. I think what is essential for us as citizens is for us to understand why did we get to where we are now.
No, but
and part of the reasons why we got to where we are now is that there's information in the public domain that the non-contributors to the NIS has already collected more than $50 million. So this was a political, the NIS was being used as a ATM for the government to bolster its political chances. So people who are very poor, they get these supplements from time to time, and that has now amounted to $50 million. Another point you would recall that in the last parliamentary session, Minister Gonzalez, finance minister I'm talking about, got up and said, well, the NIS investment to the government is 13%. And he's actually correct that the actuarial study said it was 13%. But that is investment to the central government, because there's a 24% investment in the Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Who controls the Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines? Ralph Gonzalez. there's a 13% investment in the national lottery. Who controls the national lottery? Ralph Gonsalves. So there's 50% of the investment. The government of St. Vincent has its clause. Ralph Gonsalves has his clause to the tune of 50% of the NIS investment funds. Those are the big issues that we need to be talking about. So when Prime Minister gets up and says NDP this, NDP that, we say, look, forget the nonsense about narrow party politics. Tell us.
Council Steve, want to say something?
I just like to say a brief word, Jomo, right?
Yes.
We know reality here. You and I are both of a certain age, as we like to say, and we know the reality of life. I know the yellow people are currently saying all sorts of wonderful things about an independent board and whatever, right? But let's be honest here. When governments come into play, and they want to control as much as they can so that they can do whatever they want, whatever resources there, right? So do you really think that when the NDP eventually does get in, they're going to substantively change?
You asking me this about the NDP?
You think they're really going to shut down the National Commercial Bank when they can control it and have access to certain resources?
No, they will not. They will not. But you know, I was talking.
System.
Stephen, I was talking to a man with tremendous experience in banking, who knows things about St. Vincent. And one of the points he was making is not that the NDP is going to be any different. They're going to stack the boards just like the ULP stack the boards. They're going to have their minions and here, there, and everywhere, just like the ULP. But you know what this experienced official told me? He says, the ULP is in 22 years and counting. We need to break the spell. And I have taken that to add. I understand
that perfectly well. But
yeah, because Stephen, you know, you have to learn to pick pockets, you know. You have to learn to pick pockets. And guys who are picking pockets for 22 years, if you bring in some new guys, they may stumble and they would have people like you and Bing and others who would say, look, we're not going back to this nonsense that we used to have under the ULP. Because we have to look for a kind of governance. We have to fight for a kind of democratic best practice that make our country better. We can't just cynically, pessimistically say that, boy, all of these because if we come to that conclusion, what are we telling our people? Should they stop voting? Should they, what should they do?
All right, Council, unfortunately, we got to go to the top. I don't know if you're going to say, because Stephen got to run, but I want to discuss another issue with him with regards to airline.
Yes.
Right? So let's go to the top and come right back. Shady, let's take me to the top and come right back right here in OMG. It's Wednesday morning. We don't care. We don't give two damns on a Wednesday morning. Here we go, Shady.
The biggest songs of the summer. Every shift, every day. Playing all the party anthems and hits. All day and all night. We turn the heat. The Boom Summerfest is on.
The number one morning show in the SVG.
Morning.
OMG in the morning.
Come on now.
Alash, Kilish, Galash. Yo, that gonna do say. Yo, see what me shopping it tonight. It's done.
Say man bad like the 90s. Tell a boy don't step on my Nikes. Work place get lively. And me there in my vibes, no one a negative tonight. So watch what you a do, approach nicely. Me have bad girl a link on the IG. And even check on side. Just the alien. Bad girl indeed. I'm there with the cheese and me iris. Touchdown on Miami Beach. Fuck the girl in my thermos in 90 degrees. Girl I take the clothes, she and me saying with disease. And the way she talking Chinese. For the head for the dogs, I'ma die for the streets. Life I like the alphabet, because me grind for the peace. Nothing nobody who me fear, me not guide if you reach. Me dog my dad, and the bad bung me step. And if I see me don't question, man, tell I look for me neck, God. Be a girl like Stefan, Dan. Once out and hand stand. Tell the DJ pull up a bad song. Man like put your band hand. Every day you with me bad fam.
All right, we're inside. We're back inside this morning. It's a sticky one this morning. Council, I want to just raise this issue with Cutlass, and I want to hear your response on it. Another issue which came up recently with regards to airline business and Liat. All right, I heard from the mouth of Big Red that with regards to Liat, that Musty company, a company which you work for, I don't want to put you on the spot too much, was also putting money into buying some planes for Liat. You're the financial controller of Musty company.
Mhm.
What's the story with this?
You expect me to disclose private conversations that the Prime Minister may or may not have had?
So did the Prime Minister have
people above my pay grade?
Did the Prime Minister have a conversation with you and your company with regards to buying airlines?
I am not aware of any conversation that has been had, right? But I am not the managing director of my company. The Prime Minister would tend to deal with the big shots, not the little boys like me. What's wrong with you?
So you do not know of any talk at all about using Mustic money?
I have heard the same things you have heard. I was driving the other day and I heard the Prime Minister being quoted on a radio station as saying that he was involved in this is public. This is a public statement, not a private statement. So therefore I can comment on it.
Right.
Where the Prime Minister made a statement that he was discussing with Musty Company the possibility of purchasing some additional Twin Otters and extending the routes that the Musty Company currently has to try and support and help with the air transportation system in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That's what he said publicly. And I have no comment to say about
you do
that
not
matter
wish,
other than what's in the public domain.
You do not wish to comment or deny, or you do not wish to say yes or no with regards to what the Prime Minister said.
The Prime Minister said that he made a statement.
Right, but what do you know?
About what?
Is Musty Company going to join the government to buy 2 additional aircrafts to go with Liat?
To go with Liat?
Yeah.
I'm not aware of that. I've never heard that.
Okay.
I have never heard about buying planes to go with Liat. Never.
2 Twin Otters.
Huh?
2 Twin Otters.
Twin Otters to go with Liat?
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
Never heard of that.
Never heard of it.
All right. Regional airline is, what's
Prime Minister, on the other hand, according to Kenton and Eyewitness News, an article I just read a few minutes ago, the Prime Minister has said that they've gotten some kind of consultant's report or something, and it seems to be involving the CDB and the other OECS islands about starting up a regional airline.
Right.
The only question I would then have is, how is this going to be run differently than Liat? That's all. The reality is that apparently, if we want, and remember, I'm one of the biggest opponents of Liat in the old days and how it was being run, and throwing good government money after bad. Now, that is because, in my view, Liat was never an investment. It was never run properly as a business. The chairman of the board was a prime minister. You shouldn't be doing those kinds of things, in my view. Let's get proper people who know to run a proper business. And I think we have the business model that could work, which is the same model that American Airlines used when it first started here, which is to provide revenue guarantees to the airline. So if I want a flight to come to St. Vincent and I'm running a plane and I know that in order to break even on that route, I have to have 20 passenger seats, but I've only sold 15, then the government has to pay me the revenue for the other 5 to make sure that I break even. That is a proper business model, instead of somebody coming to you every year or two saying, I need $10 million, I need this, I need that. To me, right, clearly that to me makes a lot more sense than just saying, we start another airline again. How are we going to do that? That is different. By the way, we also note that CAL, Caribbean Airlines, I am told they've announced recently, I think they got 2 or 3 more ATRs, right? The bigger planes, the 768 seaters or whatever they are, right? And they will be expanding their routes also. But what I've also heard is they have ordered several more planes, 4 or 5 more planes that they will gradually be introducing when they get those planes in. If CAL decides to do it properly, then we may be okay for regional transport. I know what's happening now. The issue right now is Inter-Caribbean is so awful and have been awful since they started. And they've now gone and added an ATR a bigger TR today,
One,
fleet two,
one.
right? Which is terrifying also because now instead of having 20-something people or 30-something people stranded, they'll have 68 people stranded because you wonder what kind of business model they're running also. Everybody who goes on into Caribbean now lives in pure terror about what's going to happen. Pure terror.
What is the business model of Cal?
Of Cal?
Yes.
I'm not sure. I really don't know. Cal, I believe, is owned by the Trinidad and Tobago government, right?
And how is this any different than the business model of
I
Liat
don't know
when
who
Liat
run.
was
I
with
don't
them?
know who. I don't know if the Trinidad government has been sensible enough to put professional people in charge and let them run the business, which Liat never really did, in my view, right? And then when I say from professional people, I'm talking about from the board of directors down, right? Yeah, you are professional pilots and all of that, but what about the management structures? What about the internal control structures? What about issues where you have people who are allegedly either pilots or on the management team that possibly have an outside company and they're buying from that company and then selling to Liat? There's things called conflict of interest. It's got to be run in a proper way, proper internal controls, proper auditors. I mean, we are in the airline business now, and I can't tell you how complicated
We
it
as
is.
in who?
We as in Musty Company. We have a company called Aerodelphi Limited. Aerodelphi runs flights, and anybody could call and book flights on them if they want, but they're small planes, they're Twin Otters. So you can't then come, Vincentions like to travel with 3 bags of 50 pounds each. You can't do that on all planes, right? Because you don't have the capacity to carry those kind of massive baggage rates and whatever. So you have to be sensible too. But if you need to go to Barbados for a day, go to St. Lucia, whatever it is.
Council, what do you have to say about all of this with regards to this regional air travel?
I think that what Stephen said is what's in the public domain regarding the Mustique. I haven't heard. I got the impression that the Prime Minister is trying to implore the owners of Mustique Company to invest in some Twin Otters so that we can have more carriers, which may help to ease the burden of travel out of St. Vincent or into St. Vincent. That is a honorable thing. Everybody know of the horror of trying to travel and the expense of trying to travel. I used one of those planes that's owned by Stephen's company last August to go to a reparations conference in Barbados. And I can tell you it cost me $1,453. So the cost,
Jim, at least you'd get there.
I got there and I got back. Thank you. The cost of travel and the inconvenience and the delays are just horrendous. So any attempt at all to get more planes on, I think that's a those of us who thought Liat was bad now wonder why we got rid of Liat in when we did. And I think it is to the wisdom of Gaston Brown to try to hold on to that and to try to recreate it. As it regards to Caldo,
What about what Stephen said about what was happening with Liat? How the governments were treating Liat and the
no, right. I'm going to get there. I think he has a point. And the point that Stephen makes is the same point the actuarial study makes about the investment committee at the NIS. The actuarial committee says, look, you ought to remove 2 of the 3 persons who are appointed by cabinet. And whose cabinet again? The Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Ralph Gonsalves. So you have to remove 2 of them and put people who are experienced in business and finance and so on. So the same thing holds. If you have a business or you have any institution, be it a hospital or airport, and you are looking for loyalty opposed to competence, you may get loyalty, but you may get chaos and collapse. And I think that is part of the problem that we have.
Yep.
I was going to say that rather than these men form Liat, why don't they invest money in Cal and just have one airline and have them get more planes?
Something that should be looked at.
And service the region better. There's no reason for us to have.
Jomo, sorry to interrupt you, but I've got to run, so I didn't want to walk without saying goodbye. We'll chat tomorrow.
All right.
Take care. Appreciate it.
Until we meet.
Yeah.
Yeah. why do we need to have Air Jamaica and Caribbean Airline and Liat? If this is all part of the region, and we are talking about CARICOM and we are talking about OECS and so on and so forth, if we can't do it at a CARICOM level, why don't the OECS, all of them, invest money into this reconstituted Liat to make sure we have good travel? It may mean that we need, instead of 6 planes or 10 planes, we may need 15 planes. Because I think Stephen was talking about the business model and so on. But I think that regional transportation in the Caribbean is akin to ground transportation in the United States, like train, subway transportation, train transportation. Most of them don't make a profit, but they allow for the effective and efficient functioning of commerce in the United States, right? So people can get to Washington, from Washington D.C. to New York, or they can get from New York to Boston, or from Norfolk, North Carolina to Florida. So they may not make a lot of money, but we want to do an investment in the same way in which we have a hospital or a road. We want to have a regional transportation system that allow people to vacation and to get back home on time to work, to allow people in business to go from point A to point B and do it efficiently and effectively. So it serves us in a multiplicity of ways. It serves those of us who want to go on leisure. It serves those of us who want to go on business. But that needs to be done. And what's happening now is a disgrace. I am actually surprised that the governments have taken so long to try to come up with a way in which they can solve that problem.
But with regard to what Stephen said, though, is it aren't we going back to the same situation that we came out of, though?
Well, not necessarily. I think having hopefully we would have learned from the experience that we had that led to the collapse of Liat, and we could learn from that. And I remember the days when I traveled on Liat, and it was pretty effective. Except for the fact that if you were coming from North America, sometimes you may land in Barbados at 12 o'clock and you have to wait until 8, 9 o'clock to come home. But beyond that, once you got on the plane and you got on the plane and you got to the next destination in good time or safely, effectively, efficiently. So I think that we can develop an airline industry that really helps to serve, because people want to go. I one time I left St. Vincent, I went to Barbados and came back the same day.
Yeah, but Kongsa, it was pretty effective for the traveler, but from the standpoint of the business and the operational cost of it.
But that's the point. That's the point I'm making, being that some of these we want to make it less of a burden on the citizenry of the region or of the OECS countries that invest in as possible, because each time the governments have to put in there. But I'm saying it may not be, based on the very small market of the region, for us to have an airline that is making millions and millions and millions of dollars in profit. But if we can have an effective, efficient airline that takes us from point A to point B, and even if it means ever so often, because you see it in the US and other cities across the US, state governments have to pump money into the transit system. But that transit system is essential. Nobody in the United States would say that the state authority in New York, for example, should stop funding New York Transit. Anybody who says that would be chased out of town. Because the city would grind to a halt. Because most of the people, even though with all of the cars, all of the vehicles we see in New York, the city would grind to a halt because it moves so many people in the morning and in the evening. And that's a 24-hour transit system. The same holds, I think, for regional airline travel. That we may never become, it may never become a profitable business of Liat or whoever else we have. But what we want to have is efficiency and effective transport travel.
All right. Okay. All right, Kong, so that's it?
Yeah.
You got any other matter you want to raise this morning, or that's it?
No. I wanted to go more extensively into the NIS report, particularly when I heard Prime Minister Gonzalez talking yesterday. But I think we got the essential points out. I'll probably pick this up. I'll probably pick this up on something else. In another forum.
Yeah. All right.
So,
thank you, Council.
Until we meet again, all the
Until
best.
we meet again tomorrow morning. That was our very own Council with us this morning, as per usual. During the morning, he did an extensive.
But then, what is happening to your online radio though? Because I can't hear you.
The big conversation this morning: NIS, air travel, the regional air travel, and of course, the Commissioner of Police. Whether he was fired, whether he resigned, or whether he demitted office. I don't know what's the difference between. I don't know. If you had one call to make, I'm gonna ask you this, okay? Seriously, if you had one call to make, the cutlass is left, but you shady. If you had one call to make to one person with regard to the commissioner's issue, who would you make that call to? Would it be the commissioner or to the prime minister to get the real story as to what went on? One call. The commissioner. You won't want to hear from Big Red. You prefer to hear from the commissioner? Okay, all right. So maybe we will try to do that and see what the commissioner says. But I would like to interrogate Big Red a little bit more about what he said yesterday. And I know, but I would like to hear, because he said some things yesterday to me. I'm still trying to understand with regard to that issue. Big Red. So you heard him? He was in a press conference. You played the damn thing just now. Play. You heard what he said. What did he say? Play. He said he doesn't know what's going on.
To you, and I answer that whether the commissioner of police has intimated orally or in writing his request to demit, his request for early retirement, sorry. I said to you that I'm not going to either confirm or deny that. But I explain it because the question was posed as though there's some fait accompli about something. Which I'm not aware of. When that occasion arises, if that occasion arises, the country will know.
Right. Now, this is the same man who sat down in an airport with an employee from the API after we had the shooting incident in Kingston and said that we had foreign operatives, not political operatives, not for his party, right? But he wasn't speaking definitively, but he's speaking about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and everybody allowed that thing to fly. And you come in now to say you're not going to confirm or deny the Commissioner of Police expressing interest in leaving or whatever. Now, if the Commissioner of Police has expressed interest in leaving and he is being held in the office against his will, is the Minister of National Security really concerned about the nation's security? Because we are staring down the barrel of the breakdown of law and order in the country. The Commissioner of Police don't want to be in office, but is held there against his will. You know, this is our chief. This is our head, the head of national security, our security forces. And you're going on to say if he acts all retirement, it ends with you. He wants to resign and lose his benefits. Are you really concerned about the national security of the nation? You know, again, so far we have had 5 commissioners of police. Well, some people say it's 6 commissioners of police, 2 ministers of national security, and crime is spiraling out of hand. Where is the fault? Is it with the commissioner of police or with the Ministry of National Security? Remember, one has been there for almost 20 years, the Minister of National Security. Yeah? So the constant in this thing is the Minister of National Security. The same how you could hand over the key Ministry of Finance to an inexperienced politician. Why don't you hand over the Ministry of National Security to somebody else who think is experienced enough to handle it? Because it's clear that the Minister of National Security can handle the security of the country.
And who there do you think can do a better job of the present batch? Who there?
I don't think anybody could do worse. Let me see, like, you know, I don't think anybody could do worse. So, for ego, you're sacrificing the security of the nation. Okay? The only person in this country secure is the Minister of National Security, you know. Because he has a whole police force around him.
I won't say that. I think.
You won't say that?
Yeah, I won't say that.
Well, okay, you don't say it. I would say it. I have said and I would say it again. You know, if this, you know, some of the utterances this man is making where security, nation security is concerned, it has a left a lot to be desired, especially the thing with foreign operatives. And let me say this here now. As a member and supporter of the Democratic Party, I'm speaking on behalf of the party, you know, speaking as a member of the party. That statement about foreign operatives in the country. If at any time there's any infringement against any member of the Democratic Party, be it elected or whatever, I think we should return the favor in kind.
What?
I said what I said. Have a good day.
All right, buddy, gone. Thank you very much. Walk safe, okay? Remember, Jesus love you. 451-1069. That's the number to call. 451-1069. 451-1069 to get in on the discussion this morning. I've laid out the different pillars coming out of the press conference yesterday. The main issues that came out yesterday that person is talking about, that the discussion is about. The Prime Minister said he will not confirm or deny. He doesn't know. He's not aware. Is it the same not aware like I wasn't aware? I don't know anything about my son being made ambassador. I don't know anything about that. I wasn't aware. Was the story carried by most of the media houses about the Commissioner of Police demitting office? Was it fake news? Because the Minister of National Security is saying, listen, I don't know what they're talking about. I have no knowledge of that about any commissioner demitting office. So what is going on? Is there a breakdown somewhere? Council said he is of the opinion that the commissioner was fired. What do you think? 451-1069, that's the number to call. Where Robocop there this morning? Robocop, where there this morning, buddy? I'm missing you on the live. Good morning, caller, you're live.
Bing.
Morning.
Good morning, I'm here.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Reeds.
Bing, never mind that you will bring on funny people to talk about me, and when you hear them, you'll get a perfect picture of a wet cat. That's how the mouth sounds.
You just come with these kind of things. I have no idea what you're talking about. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah. But and then your workers don't know why I'm here.
Well, you're here because I have you here.
And it's just that, okay. But
And nobody can change that.
Bing, yesterday after I finished speaking with you, somebody insisted that I didn't do a good job of explaining that there's a difference between resignation and retirement. And I agreed, and I agreed those who say that the Prime Minister should have taken the time to do that. You see, Ben, you don't have the option of retiring or resigning. So once you leave your company, you automatically think that it's resigning. You leave and you're resigning. Once you leave, you resign. But in the public service, those are two completely different options.
Mm-hmm.
You can resign, and when you resign, once you give the requisite notice, 1 month notice, you just take your things and you go. The employer, in this case, which is the state, have no obligation to you, and you have none to the state. You simply go. But that is completely different to retirement. That if you retire, once you meet certain criteria, the state have an obligation to you to pay you a gratuity and a pension. So there's a fundamental difference between retiring and resigning. Retirement, you say, I'm leaving, you give a month notice, you pack up and you go. Service Commission don't have anything to do with you. The Treasury don't have anything to do with you after that. Retiring, once you meet certain criteria in terms of the number of years that you work and your age, they have to pay you a pension. And they can pay you part of that pension in a lump sum up early if you're up for that. And we call that a gratuity. In the case of Commissioner John, what are the facts that are in the public? That Commissioner John has served the state for 35 years. Commissioner John is 55. Therefore, Commissioner John can resign. If he resigns, he just walk away. He gets nothing. And I have known people who have done that in the past. Who close to 60 have served, they qualify for the minimum pension, but they resign. They resigned and they got nothing. Wow. Being I was not 55 when I left the public service, I decided it was time for me to go. Of course, common courtesy told me that I must discuss it with certain people. I did. It doesn't mean that I have to. But it is manners that certain people you discuss with them, certain people in authority, including the CPO. And I had a conversation. And other people as well. And I wrote a letter to the commission, the CPO, and asked for early retirement. I don't know that I had to go to cabinet because I got a response in a matter of days indicating that my early retirement is granted. And I must say what option I would want in terms of my benefit. So yesterday, when I spoke about the commissioner leaving, I keep saying that he is retiring and he would, but I was taking it for granted that persons will appreciate that there's a difference between retirement and resigning. And I noticed that even after a former member of the public service attempted to explain it this morning, you're still using both terms interchangeably, and more so, you're insisting on resigning. But then I noticed the theme, you know, those who want to cuss and want to start bringing in the African style of operation here, in terms of violence and whatever. When you refer to foreign operatives, but then you were here talking about them very early. You were here for days, for nearly a week, talking about the study that was being done. And you thought at the time being that it was local people who were doing that? And now that we're seeing the theme in the public, Ralph and his son, and national security. That's a theme. That's what came out of that study. That's what you guys need to focus on. But those who want to come here to condemn me, I can talk about that, you know.
But hold on. Before you go there, Mr. Weeks. So are you saying that your analysis of the situation, of the studies which are being done, that there are in fact or were foreign operatives in St. Vincent?
Hear what I am saying, Ding. And you can stop me and say, no, that's not true. I heard you on this radio station talking about a comprehensive study that was being done.
Yes, I remember that. I know that.
There was a survey, and there was opportunity for focus group discussions.
Yes.
And I am trained in that field, and I understand what that is about. I didn't go down to any school for somebody to teach me the subject, and then I come and tell you I study it.
And those are, as far as you're concerned, the foreign operatives who are doing that survey?
But at the time, then you and I discussed it, and we agreed that it was foreign people who were doing it.
But foreign people doing it, how does that move from foreign people doing a study to destabilizing the country, these same foreign people?
Well, the study was intended to get messaging, Bing. The study was intended. That's why you have a focus group. I told you I'm trained in this thing, Bing.
Yes, I am aware of that. So part of that focus group was to harm Cuban nurses, to cause Huffer's Gate, to cause mass killing, and all of that. And now maybe the issue with the Commissioner of Police and the issue of national security.
Bing, all that you have said fits into the theme. Ralph and his son, the king in waiting. You remember that?
Yes, I use that term. And yes, the king in waiting.
That's the first part of the theme, and the second part is national security. You have a good day, Bing.
All right, hold on. Before you go, Aubrey Borgen is saying unless the regulation has changed, which he's referring to you, all right? He's making a statement. Unless the regulations have changed, a police can resign after 20 years and get a pension. What say you?
Retire, my friend Aubrey. And that's the point I'm making. And that's true. After 20 years, the police can retire. But we commonly say, because they're leaving, we commonly say they're resigning. In the case of the police, it might be different. It might be resign. I'm not going to swear on that because I never was a police and I never dealt with the regulations regarding the police. But I'm talking about civil service generally. And the commissioner, at that level, is treated as a civil servant.
Okay.
So he, in more than one way, has qualified to get a benefit from the state. And what the Prime Minister was saying, the regulations provide for the way he gets that benefit, which I was saying yesterday as well. But if you don't understand, I hope there's one person out there who understands that especially if that person is a civil servant, there's a fundamental difference between, as a civil servant, between resigning and retiring. I believe it's not because you hear me say Colin is not suited to be commissioner, you know. That doesn't mean that I didn't think Colin is a sensible person. Colin is a sensible person. Colin is a smart man. I just thought he didn't have what it takes to be a commissioner. So Colin ain't going to resign. Mr. John, sorry, will not resign knowing that he would lose all his benefits.
So what happened then? What happened then?
I don't know what happened then.
How did this story got into Searchlight? How did Searchlight publish this with sources and all of this? What happened? Is it that he don't want to be in the job anymore? Was he fired? Or did he tender his resignation and it wasn't accepted? Or he decided to tender his resignation and it got to someone and they tried to have him pull it back and explain these things that you just explained? What do you think happened?
Pastor, you tried yesterday. You often talk about confirmation bias. And those who insist on making the point, no matter what you said to them. I think I just told you that there's a difference between retirement and resignation. And I told you that Mr. Colin John I believe is a sensible man and must know the difference. And I don't know, but I don't think Mr. John, if he wants to leave the public service at this time, would send in a resignation.
So he didn't send in a resignation then. So then what took place? Something happened.
I don't know what took place. I have an idea what took place.
You don't know, but you have an idea. What's the idea? What do you think took place?
I have an opinion on what.
What's your opinion on what took place?
Mr. John, and I said it, if Mr. John is about to leave the public service, the thing for Mr. John to do is to write to the Public Service Commission through the CPO, seeking approval to retire early, retire before he gets to the compulsory age of retirement for him, which is 60 years.
And so how do you know that didn't happen and it got leaked? And that is how the information came out.
That didn't happen. All I'm saying, that is different to the point that you're making about resignation.
Yes, I got that, Mr. Weeks.
So I don't want to go into the discussion about whether or not it is accepted or not. That's not what I'm talking
about. And what
about.
do you have to say about what Prime Minister said yesterday?
I said Prime Minister didn't say enough. Like I didn't yesterday, I didn't take the time to explain that there's a difference between resignation. He said it without explaining it, which I did yesterday.
Yes.
He said it. There's a difference between resignation and retirement. He commented on the resignation. He said as far as he knows, Mr. John has not resigned. However, he's not going to comment on whether or not he asked for early retirement. And to me, the answer to the question you're asking is in that statement.
That he asked for early retirement.
That is what I will conclude. And maybe the Prime Minister has reason.
And why do you think Mr. John will ask for early retirement?
Ask me why I asked for early retirement. I don't know what Mr. John
Why did you ask for early retirement?
Because I had enough of the public service.
Shady laughing.
I had enough of the public service. I had given more than 30 years.
Do you think Mr. John got to a point where he wasn't enjoying the job anymore? Or he had too much of it? Or he didn't like the top-down management?
That's your friend.
He is my friend. He is my friend.
And Mr. John has enemies. You don't put Mr. John in the public and tell him, boy, you must go.
But did you not say that?
Of course I said that. And I said it this morning again. That I don't think he has all that there is to be a commissioner. A commissioner doesn't simply need police training. A commissioner needs much more than that.
And what about someone? What does someone need to be a minister of national security?
To understand administration, to be able to talk to the people under you well, and to be able to get their loyalty. Maybe there's more, but that's what I think.
All right, Mr. Diplomat.
I've been diplomatic thing. I want the cat mouth. The people, when you hear them talk, you get a perfect picture of a wet cat being a wet cat. C-A-T. W-E-T. C-A-T. That's what? That. Bing.
Oh, God.
Don't interfere with me.
Oh, God.
I don't want you to interfere with me.
We don't care Wednesday. We don't give two damns.
Bing. Bing. I'm an easygoing person, but don't not ramp at me then. Bing.
Shady on the floor. Oh God. Someone said no, Mr. Weeks. You but basically some people say that you're wrong.
I'm wrong with. That's the problem we have people in this community.
What is done for one will be done to the other.
Meaning what?
Like you all not seeing what going around comes back around. You all better watch something as Lord, look how a little resignation.
That's a resignation thing. Remember the team is Ralph and his son, the king in waiting.
The king in waiting.
And national security. You have a good day. That was a thing. I just tell me.
Oh Lord, Mr. Weeks, thank you very much for the call this morning.
Have a good day, big.
Thank you. We got some voice notes. We're gonna play them. Let's get these voice notes in Shady quickly. Let's get. How do we pull these down? Shady, pull these for me, please. People are commenting on the voice with. Morning after the position of a sergeant, you are governed by the civil service order to become a civil servant. Police serve conditions for constable to sergeant. Yeah, we got some voice notes here, trying to get them to be played. Which channel do I play these in, Shady? Which one? Streamyard? But how do I get them over this shitty? Jesus, no, you are on my blood to thing now. Can I think of this? Okay, go ahead. What channel? Let go. I'm Shady. Let's go. Which one? Channel. Commercial. Let's go. I'm Shady. You know, you tell me which channel you're telling. You can tell me you figure that out. Let's take some calls. Call it the morning, your life.
Hi, good morning, Bing. I hope you're having a good morning.
I am having a great morning now that I've heard a beautiful voice.
Oh, wow.
I love to hear women calling me. You know that, darling.
Well, I hope you will love to hear what I have to say.
I will be most excited to hear what you have to say. I'm most excited to hear what you have to say.
Wonderful. So I've been following the program all morning, and I've been listening to the issue of resignation and retirement. And I think we have all been well schooled on the differentiation between the benefits of both or the lack of benefits of the right resignation, etc.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I think that there is more that needs to be discussed in the sense that we have a situation where the Commissioner of Police, at a time where crime is extremely high, has been in the news concerning his post. And we have not discussed the implications of the instability within the force, where members of the force, for example, the police officers, are unaware of the future of the force, who's going to take over, what will be the new person's position in crime. As you know, there was a mandate that was put out that all police officers are not entitled to leave anymore. They cannot have study leave or vacation leave because of the crime situation. They're doing the stops where they're doing the stop and search and all of these things. And all of these decisions rest on the Commissioner of Police. So we're looking at the fact that he may or may not be employed in the next month or two, and whether or not he personally will or will not receive benefits. When the state of crime in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is more paramount than one person's salary benefit, because we have to look at the fact that all of this instability is actually distracting the instability or the questioning of the Commissioner of Police's intention. It is distracting from the true issue of crime prevention, and the amount of crime that is going on in St. Vincent, and also on a private level. How are Vincentians going to deal with all of this distraction within the police force, and with the Minister of National Security being questioned not on crime, not on the information that is released from studies and so on, or investigations from the mass murder that happened at Harbour Club the other day. No one is questioning about Paulina Graves and those murder cases that are unsolved. We are taking up press conference time, taxpayers' time, discussing one man's salary, where there are so many more pertinent questions that the Minister of National Security needs to have a voice on. I think that the Searchlight, I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, and this is completely my opinion. I am a literature teacher. I taught your lovely daughter Ty. She is my sweetheart. Yes, I think you know who I am now.
Yes, I am.
Right. And as a literature teacher, understanding perspective and understanding how information can be effective in different perspectives, I think we are looking very myopically on this situation, thinking that we are looking or championing the cause of victimization or tyranny or whatever it is, whereas we are not focusing on the true issue of what the Minister of National Security and the Commissioner of Police should be focused on. It is distracting our police officers from focusing on what they need to focus on because of this 9-day talk. It is distracting Vincentians on asking pertinent questions about crime. It is distracting the radio host from actually voicing other political issues or other issues of victimization, etc., etc. I think it is a tactic. We like to talk about foreign operatives, seeing that the minister himself is alluding to conspiracy theories. I want to go down that road too. I think this is a distraction, and I think it is working very well because I've been listening across radio stations, and this one man's salary is the main topic and not the crime and the families of those individuals who are not getting justice in the system. And I'm talking about even crimes where people are shot on their property and these things are overlooked. It is distracting on the real issues that the police and the justice system and all of that should be focusing on. But that's just my opinion.
Wow, very strong opinion. And I appreciate you for being so opinionative. But don't you think that there's a nexus between all of what you said there and the importance of the issue as to what is happening, as to whether there's a commissioner in the police force or not?
I do believe that there is. However, the conversations that we're having, we have not heard all parties. We have not heard all parties' voice. I don't think Mr. John has expressed publicly anything. So until we have indelible proof that the person will or will not be in office, I think we should just let it rest for the time and get back to the real issues on whether or not the ministry itself, because whether or not an individual is occupying the position of Commissioner of Police, the ministry stands, because the ministry existed since 1970 when we first constructed our constitution and so on. And there are rules of engagement, there's a job description, there are laws, etc. So until we have indelible proof that this individual will or will not be occupying the office and the ministry itself still has an obligation to the citizens to do its job.
Wow, thank you very much. Wow, amazing. Call again, please. Call again. I like your thinking and your thought process. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Have a wonderful day, and remember, God loves you.
God loves you too, darling. Thank you very much. And I love you for my tie-tie.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, let's get some voice notes. Let's get some voice notes here. Shady, go ahead, please. Let's say what these people are saying in the voice notes. Can we play some there, please? You know, it's interesting what that last caller said, because I spoke to a police officer. Well, you can start, and when it started, I would stop saying what I'm saying. Recently, I spoke to a police officer, and she said to me, well, everybody is like, they're wondering what is going on. People in the police force, they don't know if they're going left or coming or going right. And she said, that's not a good position to be in. And the members, she can speak for her department, they're very demoralized because they don't know what is going on. No one knows exactly what is going on. Now, I know what my private conversation was with the Commissioner of Police, and that's not for me to bring on the radio because those are private conversation. We all heard what Big Red said yesterday, which I cannot deny or confirm, but I can tell you, I don't know anything about any resignation. I don't know anything about Colin John not being in the office. So it was like a come down to tongue to say I'm not coming down to tongue kind of situation, what Big Red said yesterday. But I will reach out to Big Red. And maybe I'll do it this morning before I get off air and try to see if I can get it live. Why not playing the voice notes them? They will hear what people are saying. Or maybe you just want them to call. Please put the voice notes, Shady, please. Why are you not doing that? Let's see. Oh, Shady. Put the voice notes, please, Shady. All right, let's go. Caller, good morning, you're live.
Hello, good morning. The lady who calling, I need to shake her hand and buy her a bottle of her favorite drink.
Yeah,
somebody with some common sense actually call and make some very, very, very valid point. But everything the lady is saying is on paper, but the reality is the complete opposite. Now, we have a culture of where John Public don't deserve no sense of accountability. You think they have to divide accountability now with Colin John quit? At the most critical time in our history of St. Vincent, as far as crime is concerned. So we, the people, getting exactly what we demand. And we demand disrespect. Because years and years and years when things happen, nobody now say nothing. When Bing talk, them I say, boy, we don't want nobody come run no at Panic Station because Bing attack to penis. When Max start, they say, well, that boy didn't stop by there and my neighbor string there at St. Vincent. When Kensal King call in and talk, they might cuss him. So we all expect now, only reaping what all you sow, all you plant a tree of ungovernability. Now you have a whole fruit stable with ungovernability, just up in a different fruit. We all expect. And these are the things that I was warning St. Vincent was going to happen. And we live 3,000 miles away. But people say pull in St. Vincent and they're going to be down. The people actually deserve to know what's going on. You know? Not even a common press conference we just get a conversation of what have been happening and what will be done. We don't get no feedback from the government. So for the Minister of National Security to come and say he don't know. Meanwhile, he say he know everything that does go on in the length and breadth of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Them doesn't know who vote for them, but he don't know if Colin John quit. And are you believe he? Like seriously? Yo, these things are absolutely ridiculous and it's funny from somebody outside the St. Vincent looking in. My colleagues and them, my brethren married to a Vinci man from Trinidad and he just pay attention, he man, just laugh after me. and say we run into like a Marby shop. Simple things, and these are things that people supposed to go out and demand and a bing. Me and you alone can't talk about it. But the sad reality is, imagine you have police officers doing if they're going and doing if they're coming. That is absolutely ridiculous, yo. And it's me calling. Me I resign because you have to be a stressful job. But then again, hey, what now, bing? We're going to happen next. You're going to see Labour supporters mashing up Colin verbally. Watch and see I tell you that. Watch Colin gonna become enemy number one. Because he decided he wanna take his own sanity in his own hand because that job has to be a stressful job. That's how wicked and nasty them. Remember them say to leave the park, you're dead. Politically. Big up fight. How we try. Big man, me said, for me, you're mad.
Max, you're not easy in the body. You're not easy.
But it's absolutely a sad reality. But remember, Frank said, "We say I love her. He put her eye on neck. When me not go say eye on them, he love he put her them neck. When he say ooh ah, he put the eye on neck now. I ain't a ball. I squeal like so hard because I myself here I love her, but me love myself more. Love alone. Later.
My brother, thank you very much. I'll tell you what, we're going to go to the top, come right back. We're going to continue to take your calls. I'm going to try and see if I can get into messages. Maybe Shady might get the voice notes them to play. Shady, you ready to go to the top and come right back? Let's do this. Come right back. This is OMG Wednesday morning. We don't care Wednesday. We do not give two damns on a Wednesday morning. And you're going to see why when we come back on the other side. Here we go, Shady. Let's go.
Boom Summerfest is on. The biggest songs of the summer. Every shift, every day. Playing all the party anthems and hits. All day and all night. We turn up the heat. The Boom Summerfest is on.
The number one morning show in the SBG.
Morning.
OMG in the morning.
Come on now.
Just bust. All right then, just bust. All right then, just bust. Yeah. Carnival is in the. Watch how the girl them bumps in the. Drinking come all over the. Yeah. Carnival is in the. Watch how the girl them bumps in the. Drinking come all over the. Yeah. Give me some now, take some now. Give me some now, take some now. Give me some now, take some now. Yeah. Give me some now, take some now. Give me some now, take some now. Give me some now, take some now. Yeah. Carnival is in the. Watch how the girl them bumps in the. Haters don't bother me. Travelers just follow me and jump off the Hennessy. Nice vibes, good energy. Carnival again, say we love play. Marching we vain, say we love play. Carnival again, say we love play. Marching we vain, say we love play. Carnival is in the. Watch how the girl them bumps in the. Drinking come all over the. Yeah. Carnival is in the. Watch how the girl them bumps in the. Drinking come all over the.
It just doesn't make sense. I don't know of anything concerning the resignation of Colin John as Commissioner of Police. And I could say emphatically, Colin John has not resigned because it would be not within his interest. I mean, you just can't know the rules. Secondly, he's at an age where it is open to him to ask for early retirement. I'm not going to comment as to whether the Commissioner of Police has or has not asked for early retirement. Answer to you, and I answer that whether the Commissioner of Police has intimated orally or in writing his request to demit, his request for early retirement, sorry. I said to you that I'm not going to either confirm or deny that. But I explain it because the question was posed as though there's some fait accompli about something. Which I'm not aware of. When that occasion arises, if that occasion arises, the country will know.
Hey, Carly, good morning, your life.
Shady, what's up, brother?
Oh, Jesus, Lord,
Shady, I don't like when I call to shout you. Some people is like they carry feelings and them thing then, brother. Yeah, good morning, Bing.
I'm here. I'm in the street. I didn't even know where he is. I didn't even know I was here.
How are you, sir?
You recognize me now?
Oh, of course, man.
I thought
just leave the best for last, man. Come on.
I thought you weren't going to confirm or deny whether I was here.
Listen, just a while ago, a teacher called, and just a while ago, Max called, and the theme that I will continue on is one called accountability. It is interesting that in a country, people get positions like becoming the prime minister and so forth, or becoming ministers of government, not by a birthright, but what I will call an effective accident of I forgot the word I was going to use, but a fortunate accident, an accident of fortune. And I say that because we the people are who they will come to, Bing, and beg and plead. Put me in office, please. They were born into that office. And when you vote for somebody and put them in that office, it's so that they can do a job for you. They are your employee. Bing, can Shady do something in your workplace and then tell you he's not going to tell you what he do or why?
Never.
So why are Vincent sitting down and allowing Ralph Gonsalves and his ministers, all of them, and even some of the lackeys in the ministries, to say, oh, I am not going to tell you, this is not your business. And there are plenty of examples.
Maybe it's a national security issue. Maybe saying it might give the operatives more thing. You know what I mean?
All right. So what it has to be being that we have had foreign operatives operating here for donkey's years, and it also means that the Minister of National Security and his security forces are jokes. Or it means that the foreign operatives may have been brought in by them. Because you can't remember nothing. It reached a point where the Prime Minister had come and said that they intercepted a call, with an assassin in Dominica. The assassin reached here and they turn him back. That make any sense? No. And people keep falling for this kind of thing where somehow they believe that these people have a right to withhold information from Vincent Shan. They don't. You had Glenn Beach, who was the CEO of tourism. One time Kenton asked him about monies and how the monies are spent and so forth, and how much money is coming to his ministry. The man literally tells Kenton out of place to ask him that question, so I guess it was his money. Camilo was asked about what was in the agreement with Sandals and other places. The man literally tell you out of place to ask that question. No, every time you ask for a question about something, he's telling you that he's not going to tell you. So what are they there for? Now,
And you know what surprises me most about people being Vincentian is that they will sit down, they will look at international news, they will look at CNN, they will look at all of these news sites, they will look at CNC3 in Trinidad and all of these places, and they will see and hear the different way within which, whether it's a police chief, a police spokesperson, a prime minister, a minister of this or that will come and they will have to explain things to the people. They will have to divulge information. Unless it's of a really, really, really sensitive nature. And guess what? They will clap. And sometimes if certain things are not said, they themselves will cuss, like if they live there. But it is happening right in your own face. And somehow you keep on accepting it. Now, in a matter like this, where the head of the police, the head of security in the country is touted to have sent in a resignation, let Ralph tell you, as the Minister of Security, he could refuse it. Why not tell them that? He said, he said must go read the rules. Well, when we tell him the rules, he could refuse it. And the way how things sound, again, look at that clip and look at his face. Ralph is lying. When I did psychology, they tell you to look for certain quips and certain things when people are lying. We've been looking at Ralph long enough to know when he's lying. We've listened to him pick up his nuances when he's lying.
Exactly with regards to what?
Let me tell you what he's lying with. Let me tell you what, in my opinion, he's lying with. Let me say in my opinion. When he says he doesn't know anything about Colin resigning, that is a lie. Because that will have to come up in national security meeting. And no matter where Ralph is, he's getting the minutes from whether meeting or whatever.
He's being briefed.
He's being briefed.
Every day.
Every single day. He speaks to the commissioner multiple times a day according to him.
And on an issue of a commissioner demitting office, that is, you can't say, as I mean, I love Big Red.
National security,
I love Big Red, but you can't say you don't know anything about it.
The commissioner reports to only one body. Not even the PS could ask him a question. He will report directly to the Prime Minister. You think anything he does goes to PS? And then when you look at it, when you talk about the retirement, because Colin doesn't have to resign. He can say, look, I am taking all retirement. And so, and again, you can resign and maintain your benefits. Because again, according to the rules, you could either be put to resign for the public interest, or you can resign in your interest. And as long as you have proper reasons for resigning, you will maintain your benefits. So don't make real for them come tell I them crap day. And somehow I don't understand how intellectuals and people who have learning more than me sit down and usually say nothing when it comes to these things. Yeah, same way when we talk about accountability and all of these things. Look in Canada one day, a whole company is building a gate in the government road. We guess none about that neither. Yeah, I guess he doesn't know about that either. We're planning said and I know nothing about that. But police defending the gate. And then so and your friend is right thing, because if it so happens that the head is going haywire, obviously down below down there you're going to have chaos. And if in our country, you see why things have to be the way they are, thing? Because if you have the head of our national security, if down to that department they could be unstable in its ways, it means that the ship really has course. And especially in a time like this. And so when the Prime Minister wants to come talk about retirement and he doesn't know and he's not going to divulge, we are supposed to know about these things. No, if not, but we are supposed to know as a people, because when it comes to security, security is one of the highest tenets as to why there's a government. And if in something like this, you cannot be honest and let the people know, okay, this is what is happening and we are working on it. But you come with a smug sly self. Come talk about, oh, you're not sane. And yet people trust you. First you're saying I know, but now then you come back and say that you're not sane. And we're supposed to trust that. if Vincentians understood the role of government in a society and the responsibilities of government, and also the responsibility of government to the people, Ralph will not be this smug, disrespecting Vincentians in these manner, in these offhand manner. But I am hoping that Vincentians will remember their power and exercise it when the time comes. Thank you, Bing.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for your call, 4511069. And we're going to take a break, but before that, let's take one more call, 4511069. That's the number to call. We got some comments. I really need to read them. Both St. Kenson is on point this morning. Winston is saying the People's Road is like saying it's that way instead of the government road. So let's take this. Call, good morning, your life.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, my brother.
I just had to endorse what Kenson had to say there, right? And I hear we talking now about Big Red. I was thinking it's some kind of chewing gum I'm talking about. But maybe the name is appropriate. But let me say this. How much longer do we intend to wait? The Prime Minister has overstayed his time. We can't see that. We don't understand that. That he could pump a set and tell people what he wants to tell them, cuss them when you want to cuss them. Come on. We ain't got no pride. All the pride is with this Prime Minister. Why are we so stupid in this place, man? Why are we ever so stupid? And I know some of we love for the company. They wonder why he could have said what? He want to make nobody look prime ministerial. He want the opposition leader look prime. I mean, what kind of bull? What kind of bull is this all about? I mean, I wish I could have found a safe haven or a place to go. At least in Vincent Grenadines. Get these so-called. Get these so-called.
Try Mars.
Hello?
Try Mars.
Try Mars. Anyhow, that's good. That's good. Prime Minister, do that way you want to do that, man. I behind you. And I congratulate you for the way you're able to manipulate Vincentians and take advantage of them. They give you the right to do that. So you do it. Do that way you want to do them. Kick them, slap them.
Hold on with the attitude. Let me ask you something. Which part of I'm just asking for clarification. Not that I'm not saying I'm not denying or conforming, okay? Right? I'm just saying which part of what was said are you upset about?
You know, me upset about the Prime Minister a long time.
No, specifically about the topic on which we're speaking.
He not conforming or denying. What kind of puppy show? This guy believes he's the brightest guy in the country, you know. But his with intentions make him think like that. That's why he could talk all that nonsense and try to put something stink down our throat and make we swallow it. I mean, why is that, Mr. Prime Minister? Wait a minute. Anyway, I gone.
All right. Oh my goodness gracious me. 5511069. I tell you, boy, what up time, boy? Shady boy? Where we going to, boy? I'm not. Where is really? Can somebody tell me, please? Where is really? You know, I must say, right? And you guys know I said it very early on Monday morning that I've had my conversations with Colin, and it is not me, and I will not discuss what my private conversation with Colin was publicly, unless he says that I can do that, right? I will never do that, all right? Especially in a very sensitive situation like what we're having right now, and I'm not going to do that, okay? But I've had my conversation with Colin. Up to yesterday, I've had a conversation with him, and I'm not doing it for radio ratings. I'm not gonna do it for anything else, because my friend and loyalty to my friends are more important than that.
Good morning.
Let's actually bring it. Go ahead.
Good morning to Boom. Good morning to the listeners of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The people mixing up the retirement and resignation. in the police force, if before you do 20 years, you cannot retire before 20 years. You can resign. If after 20 years, if you have not reached below the rank of inspector and down, you can retire. Look at how they put it. You cannot resign after 20 years. You could only retire. Likewise, with the commissioner of police, and he's a civil servant in the civil service, once you do 32 and a third years. Some of them have to go till the 60 once you reach it. But once you do 32 and a third in the civil service, you can retire. The word will not no longer be resignation, retirement. So it all depends on the number of years you do. You would not send in a resignation after 32 and a third, after 20 years. You would send in your retirement notice to them. So don't talk the thing about resignation and retirement. It is after 20 years is not resignation, is retirement. After 32 and a third is retirement. It's the amount of service and the years you do. That gives you the power and the privilege to retire.
Thank you. We got some others there. Bring them, Shady. Let's go. Let's see what the people are saying. It's your time to speak. You can call us at 451-1069. Let's hear what's burning, what's in your crowd this morning. What's jamming up your crowd this morning.
Family.
Morning.
The simple thing is, Mr. John, do not have the power, but cannot demonstrate the leadership you want to. You understand? That's all it is. You cannot demonstrate, you cannot play a role as fair as he should. You understand? We know he have the potential. We know he can get the job done. But then, when you have people above you who dictated, you know what I mean, and controlling you, a grown man, how do one feel? How do one continue to accept something like that? Just because of what? Money? Power? Huh? No, man, it come upon in time when you start to love what you're doing. And I mean, first it might be because of the money, why you're staying there because you can live a good life. But it comes a point in time in your job when you start to love it. The money don't mean nothing. And I mean, the love for it is what I mean, and that is what coming here now. Mr. John finally started to love his job and knowing what he's supposed to do and the power he have. And for conflict of interest, he just decided to do that because he have a lot of respect for certain people. So instead of go against them, paying like he going against them, you rather just walk away. Thank you, I gone.
Thank you too. Actually, not anymore. Yeah. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come right back. We got Dr. Richards coming up. It's always interesting to hear Dr. Richards' perspective. And I hope he was on the live this morning as he did yesterday, because yesterday his analysis of what was taking place on the live was quite interesting, according to Claire. So it would be, I am waiting with intrigue to hear his analysis of all that is taking place this morning, or that has taken place this morning. So that'll be very interesting. But let's take a quick break and come right back. This is OMG. We don't give two dams because it's a Wednesday morning. Remember that? Yeah, Shady? And we come back, we got a big dance I want to drop and we get back into the thing. Don't you move. Don't even breathe. Stay right there. Here we go.
Embrace the essence of summer at Woodsy Bar and Restaurant every Saturday. Immerse yourself in top-notch music and good vibes with Brooklyn and the Caribbean's top DJs. Join them for free roast pork and roast chicken, along with their happy hours from 5 to 7 p.m. Enjoy 5 beers for $20, $10 cocktail.
What you gonna do when the rain is coming down? Nothing more to do when there's no one else around. Bring it back to the middle, push, take it back to the rhythm. Keep it up for good when the sky's falling down. All you gotta do is to bring it to the ground. Get it up to your inner move. Stop, start, down. Nobody can get what you're going through.
Inter Caribbean, connecting you and the Caribbean. more family fun days are here. It's time for movie marathons, living room camping, sweet treats, and outdoor fun. At Quartz, we have TVs, appliances, outdoor furniture, grills, pools, and everything you need for a family holiday. Shop today with no cash and pay later with Quartz Ready for...
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact Live. Party.
Always wanted a motorcycle, but they've been too expensive. I pass in on my way to work, and then boom, I see Quartz have motorcycles outside. I'm excited. I get up one day, I go down, I spoke to this guy. I think his name was Sheena, this short, chubby little guy, you know. I purchased 2 bikes so far. It was the 150 SL and the 250 Dragon. This blue, beautiful AKT TT Dragon, this is my baby. I call her Becky. She gives me the best ride ever. My name is Storyboy Nick, and I live to ride my AKT.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Your vision is our mission at Quartz Optical. Shop today for up to 25% off. And with Ready Finance, pay nothing for 30 days. Book your free eye examination appointment online at www.quartzoptical.com. Your vision is our mission. Up to 25% off your completed eyewear. Only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply. See in-store for details.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact Live. Party from home. Subscribe, follow, send us your voice notes. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, or call us live in studio. Be where the world is going. Stay home and connect online. Boom 1069, IKTV. Join the evolution. It's all about you. Connect now.
Discover new Guinness Smooth. Perfectly balanced for a smooth, refreshing taste. New Guinness Smooth.
Your vision is our mission at Quartz Optical. Shop today for up to 25% off. And with
At the St. Vincent Cooperative Bank, we share your vision to succeed. It runs generations deep. That's why we continue to take this journey with you. It's probably not what you expected from a bank, but we're not just any bank. We're the People's Bank.
St. Vincent Cooperative Bank.
Your penny bank, and so much more. For more information, call us at 456-1894 or visit our website today at
Cables, find that at Corazes. We have everything for your home at Corazes. Located in Kingstown, located in Annisville. Pembroke, Diamonds and Banquet. Shop at Corazes. Hardware, Corazes. Helpful place, Corazes. One place, Corazes. 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 Corazes.
Paladin SVG Inc. alarm solution is second to none. We offer intrusion alarm systems, security radar, active infrared beams, and emergency alarm systems. Get perimeter protection for your premises. Active infrared beams protect large areas. Our radar video linkage solution sends data to PTZ cameras for active target tracking, so you can take immediate action. Intrusion alarm systems offer reliable protection and records video the moment the alarm is triggered and sends footage to users via email or the app. Intelligent alarm systems mean you can control your home from anywhere in the world. Find out more at Paladin SVG Inc. at telephone number 784-457-7241.
Even in extremely dark scenarios, ColourView. Viewing color.
Memorial Funeral Home is dedicated to meeting the needs of our customers. We go above and beyond to ensure satisfaction and convenience. That is why we are extending our services to the diaspora. Working with Caribbean Funeral Home in New York, burial packages can now be completed in New York to cover burials in St. Vincent, and likewise, packages can be made in St. Vincent to cover burials in New York. Caribbean Funeral Home is located on 1922 Utica Avenue, Brooklyn. Call their office at 718-444-1818 or WhatsApp at 347-925-9557 or 347-231-5410. For more,
this is Locally Made. My name is Jillian Cruikshank. Join us on IKTV channel 112, where we premiere and air Locally Made, a program featuring locally made produce right here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We'll show you how it's made and how it is done. Remember, every Thursday, 8 p.m. on IKTV channel 112.
Gina's Culture Bar and Grill. Indulge in the vibrant ambience and exceptional flavors of our delectable menu. Our menu is a
Girl, me serious, me have to get you tonight. I forget your body even by gun pipe. Girl, me serious, me have to get you tonight. I forget your earway. Girls, all fruits ripe. When I want good, I wanna just me. Earway, they allow.
Big it up.
Can you see your body ride a murder? You must want the DJ charge for a death.
Big it up.
When you see your body ride a murder, you must want the DJ charge for. Shot it up on your saddle, ride up on your back, exposing your property. Man, I say fat merchandise. Ever they never
Shady.
Rush it like a coke buckle without the top things
Big
that
it
go
up.
off for your body. Just me pan that. All fruits rhymes, so make them go and chat. What am I do? What am I try? Who them I try?
Good morning, Mary.
Ride away, then you have to in that so me.
Is in, boy, is in. Let's go to the 90s. Hold on. Call it, good morning, you're live.
Being. It's me again, Mikra.
Yeah, and Mikra.
One point I had forgot to mention is the fact that people need to understand that positions, especially public office positions, when you become a public official, you owe the people. That position owes the people. But it's commissioner of police or whatever, not the person. But my thing is that how is it to all of this? Somehow Colin John feels like he doesn't have a responsibility to those under his command, and then more importantly to the people, to clarify all of this. But then something came to my mind a while ago. It's the fact that even though he may have put in his resignation or may have sent to say I want to retire early, remember every one of them is still under the thumb of one person. And if he doesn't say you could go and talk, they can't talk. And it's so sad. It is so sad, Bing. Because in something like this, you don't think it is prudent for Colin John, because he has spoken to not just you alone, but others in confidence and in private. Doesn't he know? Not thinking, doesn't he know that he owes the people of St. Vincent an explanation about all of this? It's not that he should consider it, you know. He owes the people an explanation for all of this, in all of this. But I guess St. Vincent will be St. Vincent, because at the end of the day, I think the only thing that will change and give back Vincent chance of voice is a change of government. That is all I could say.
I cannot confirm or deny whether Colin should come. I cannot confirm or deny whether Colin should come and say anything. Why when Big Red says so, you go take the Big Red saying so. But I saying so, you want to take right. That boy Ken saying that. You see why I don't like him? Big Red say, I cannot confirm or deny. Play what Big Red say, give me please. He take that. But I said, he laugh. You see, sometimes I always tell you, but he's not a good guy.
Answer to you, and I answer that whether the commissioner of police has intimated orally or in writing his request to demit, his request for early retirement, sorry. I said to you that I'm not going to either confirm or deny that. But I explain it because the question was posed as though there's some fait accompli about something. Which I'm not aware of. When that occasion arises, if that occasion arises, the country will know.
After all, fait accompli.
It just doesn't make sense. I don't know of anything concerning the resignation of Colin John as Commissioner of Police. And I could say emphatically, Colin John has not resigned, because it would be not within his interest. I mean, you just got to know the rules.
I want to say thanks to those who voted for Labour but now a ball.
You take that, you can do. In your craw. You take that, we're balling for. Kenzu, my boy! You want to hold me in contumelious disregard. But morning, buddy, morning. Tell Kenzu again. Tell Kenzu again. Give it to him again. Kenzu, you.
I want to say thanks to those who voted for Labour but now a ball.
I play that for you, Kenzu. You take that in the crop. Fait accompli. Contumelious disregard of me. How you look at me, really? Huh? How you really look at me, really? You ham out for me, but you ham out for Big Red. Every morning you call it. Shady morning. Morning shady. Like if I ain't there. Where is really? We bring Dr. Richards early. And before we bring Dr. Richards, let me remind you guys about some stuff. Dr. Richards is coming right up. He's ready to go. Yeah. I'm gonna tell them other two red friends that I have this Friday. We have our Friday lunch at Culture Bar and Grill. You see what that menu. Looking for that ultimate destination for relaxation and exceptional flavor. Look no further than Hotel Alexandrina, Culture Bar and Grill in Prospect. Yeah, join us there on Friday. We will be there at about 2:30 to 3 o'clock. That's the time when we go and have our lunch, right? Small Red will pay the bill. Anybody who come to Culture Bar on Friday afternoon between 2:30 and 3 o'clock, Small Red will pay, right? We always make him pay, right? Saturday, that's Friday afternoon, then we go. But you come Friday, all right? From 3 o'clock for the dining experience like no other. Discover their mouth-watering menu. Anything on the menu, he will pay. Vibrant atmosphere and Vincentian hospitality. You can call them at 456-9788 or visit Culture Bar and Grill today. You're supposed to do from Beckwood. I can't find it. Huh? I ain't finding it. Yeah, let me see. Hold on. Not coming up just now in the meantime. Yeah? Oh, they look at me really. Yeah? You're not too disrespectful to me. Me, a good, decent, upstanding citizen like me, right? Who never know anything. Like when my son was appointed ambassador. I didn't know. I didn't know. That was a decision that was taken without my knowledge. I knew absolutely nothing. But all they want to hold, all they want to come. You people like you, Kenson, you Kenson. When you supported me and you campaigned for me, you Kenson, give him, hit him there. You Kenson, when you supported campaign and carry on for me, hit him.
I want to say thanks to those who voted for Labour but now a ball.
You take that. Yeah, chop it. Now you want to play, you carry it on. What a time. Hold on. My boy Woodsy, good morning to you, Woodsy. Morning. Woodsy coming there and he say, oh, boy, you and Big Red, boy, oh God, boy, Big Red. What do you say? I hear this morning, oh, Big Red. What do you say driving and listening to me talk about Big? I don't know. I know what I'm talking about. Why you doing? Oh, look at something. Listen, Friday the 1st September 2023 to Monday the 4th September 2023 is going to be a exciting, great time with good food, good friends, great music, the top Caribbean, West Indian, international DJs at Woodsy's Labor Day Weekend Bash. From Friday, it's out with the karaoke and after party. Then Saturday, we have the real thing happening Saturday. The top DJs, all the top DJs. And you know them, I've been calling them out, right? Super Eyes, The Fugitive out of SVG, DJ Akin International, Easy Songs. Yeah. DJ Nip and DJ Sting and DJ Gary the Genius and DJ Q. All will be at Woodsy's Bar and Grill. Don't you dare miss it. Yeah? Miss it, you'll miss a part of your life. And don't you dare hold them in contumelious disregard of the law. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think there? What do you think there? You ready for Doc? Are we ready for Doc? Yeah? Ready for Doc? We bring Doc. Doc, give us the analysis like what you gave us yesterday morning, boy. Yeah, Doc.
Let's check in with the Doc and look at things with a wider lens. Pastor Richards on OMG.
Doc, where's the coffee this morning? You don't have, I need to see your coffee. Yeah, there we go. Doc, I'm gonna have to send you one of these mugs, okay? Are you seeing it? I'll send you one of these mugs, and whenever you come on, I want to see you. No. Your mug should have this on it. Okay? See that mug? Hold on, Doc. Hold on.
Oh Lord. What are we gonna do with Bing? Bing, boom. Let me advertise, boom. I'll get a commission for everyone that looks
I'm gonna send you one. I'm serious. I'm gonna send you one of these, Doc. I'm gonna put your name on it. I'm gonna put Dr. Richard.
Send the coffee one time. All right. Just still waiting on the coffee.
Which one you prefer to have first, the coffee or the mug?
Boy.
That's the I can't put.
Don't put me in this spot. Send both and let me decide. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, Shady. Good morning, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Good morning, my fellow Vincentians. Good morning to everyone, whether you're a Vincentian or not, and you tune into Boom. I'm in a very, very popular station with everybody. Okay, Bing. I didn't get to listen much this morning though. Bing, the radio thing, I prefer listening on the radio. Because I could, I
said yesterday
No. I enjoy the live, but I tell you what, I prefer the radio because I could go in and out of my apps and keep the radio going in the background. But when I join on Facebook, then if I get out, then it drops. But I checked in the commentary. I checked in from time to time as much as I could, and heard some very interesting things this morning. Made me think. So first of all, let me go to Mr. Weeks. I agree with you. I failed yesterday. It don't matter what anybody said yesterday. I failed. And Bing, you heard Mr. Weeks kind of intimate that this morning. He's like, Pastor, you try, but oh Lord, you failed. Oh gosh. Let me tell you something. Learning, growing. Bing, you could ask me questions today. I'm okay with that. But learning, growing. It's like you're in a room and the wall of knowledge and thoughts and ideas and all of that, it's all around. It's out there. But unless you listen to somebody, you better get this. Unless you open a door or a window of your echo chamber, Bing, you could quote me. Unless the echo chamber is becoming deafening now, man. It is okay to open a door. I said that yesterday. It is okay to open a door and let in a fresh opinion. Let in something else that's not in your room. Oh gosh, if you keep listening to the same voices, the same people in your room all the time, the same opinion, you will always have what you have already known. I think we attack new opinions. I think we attack new ideas and all that. But I went on that yesterday. But I just had to say it again, man. Anyways, let me get past that. Some big matters this morning that from time to time I picked up on early. I listened a little bit early, so I heard about NIS. I thought that was a big matter that I want to be informed about. I want to understand it, not from a perspective of gaining political leverage, but I want to understand how NIS is working and what are the recommendations that are being made as to how our NIS should be run. independent, if there's an independent review, I'd like to hear about it. What's the future of NIS? I'd like to hear about it. I would also like to posit to people that that matter of the NIS, it seems to be a global thing, whether you deal with England or particularly closer here, the USA. That matter of what's happening to Social Security it's a concern, and governments have to face it. So the fact that the matter comes up for discussion, the fact that investigations is being done, the fact that recommendations are being made, that's not new. That is to be expected. The fact that advice might be given to government as to how they should proceed for the future, that's not new. It's everywhere. And the fact that we are concerned. Don't be alarmed. It's happening all over. People are concerned and are expressing issues over the future of what's going to happen in 2030, for example, in the United States, and they're projecting what's going to happen there with their Social Security and how to forestall or how to at least head that off. It's very complex, very, very complex, and certainly I'm not assuming that we are in some utopian reality here with our NIS. I'm sure what's happening elsewhere, we have issues similar to that here. So let's be informed about it. So I welcome that kind of discussion. I was hoping that the entire morning probably would have been spent informing us on that. And the matter of inter-island travel, the affordability and reliability, that's got to get worked out somehow. So, but I'm not going to spend my time discussing that. And then the other matter being that I kind of picked up on and off on the matter concerning Mr. Colin John. I had some initial thoughts, and then I'm like, yeah, I don't know. And then a lady came on, and she voiced almost exactly a lot of my sentiments. So I don't even know if I need to repeat. Being I'm concerned about confidentiality. I'm concerned that people in high positions that are privy to people's personal information and moves and all that. I am concerned that, I'm just concerned. It doesn't speak well. I have a description of anyone who would leak. Bing, I am in counseling. Bing, you or anybody would come to me, and Bing, one of the things I pride myself on is confidentiality. It's like a vault, Fort Knox. You can't get anything out of me once somebody confides in me.
Yep.
Even a visit, even the fact that you visited, nobody needs to know that. Nobody needs to know that. Highly confidential. Bing, we get a thing out of sharing other people's information. There's a craving within people for attention. So if I know something about you and I can put it out there on Facebook, attention comes to me, and there's some kind of payoff. There's some kind of, not monetization, but there's a currency. There's a currency of popularity, which researchers are saying, by the way, I'll come to that in another. I think I addressed it already, the currency of popularity, which is the most fundamental currency in operation today, whether in politics or in business or in anything, even in church life. The currency of popularity is really rising. And people want to stuff their pockets with the currency of popularity. And often, to stuff your pockets with the currency of popularity, you have to betray the trust, the interest, the confidentiality of others. Things that you should not talk, things that you should not say, you end up saying. You ought to be a more responsible people. So I don't think that this matter with Colin should have been, and considering the nature and the spin-offs of it, I don't think that it should have been leaked. I think it should have been dealt with properly, privately, and when it is all said and done and wrapped up, then the public should know. But of course, there are people out there who are going to disagree with me. So that's one thing.
I don't see why people should disagree with you, though, Doc.
People will. I'm a pastor. I'm a pastor and Pastor Richards. Pastors don't know what they're saying. The pastors are biased and stuff like that. So people just disagree with you. Like I said, people disagree with you. Mr. Week said it this morning also. Confirmation bias. All right? Belief perseverance. People going to disagree with you. Facts don't matter. Truth doesn't matter. People is going to disagree with you because of who you are. But let's learn to be outside of the Colin John matter. Let us learn to be a more confidential people. And let us learn to kind of watch that currency of popularity and decide what we're going to trade off or what we're going to betray to get a little bit more currency of popularity in our pockets. I have to applaud you because you had the temptation there, the opportunity there to go after that currency. You said that Mr. John spoke with you, and you could have had breaking news this morning or yesterday. You could have had that, and certainly you could have traded off his confidence in you to get that currency of popularity for your station, and you chose not to. So commendations on that. The other thing that I want to say about that being timing. I don't like the timing. I am uncomfortable with the timing. And to me, because of the timing, given that this thing is real and it's not something that is conjectured, but it's a resignation or a retirement, most would agree, most would think that the most sensible thing to conjecture would be early retirement. Most would agree on that. So let us, for that purpose, say early retirement. But given where we are security-wise in this nation, the timing, it's not like it's compulsory. That's why I'm saying timing matters. It's not this is not compulsory retirement, okay? We assume that there is no compulsion. Follow me. Take your hands off the keyboard. Don't put a keystroke yet. We assume that there is no compulsion. That this is just a thing. Well, I can take all the retirement. Now follow me. I'm going somewhere with this. All right. Given where we are, and I don't need to peel all the different layers of where we are security-wise and concerns. Given where we are, for someone to voluntarily say, I think this is the time to take early retirement. And no, early retirement comes at a cost. If you ever, somebody would have explained that to you and all of that. You don't get all that you could get if you do extra years and go full term. So you're paying a price. You're giving up some benefits and and you know that your package, whether is the lump sum or the part up front, the gratuity, and then the monthly payoff, it's going to take a whack. So it's going to take a whack, and you voluntarily decide, I think I want to take a whack. So once somebody for the rest of their life, whether they're going to live 20, 30 years, decide, I'm going to take a whack. What that tells me is that decision is a predicate. Anyhow you unpack this, that decision to take early retirement, if it is in fact true, that is a predicate. Take it from me. That is a predicate, Bing. You all understand predicated upon. It's predicated upon something. It's a predicate of some other thought process, some other underpinning, some other movements that we are absolutely not aware of. And the question that we, which is why it should not have ever gotten out in the public, because people going to want to conjecture about the predicate. Nobody. I mean, given the timing, you can't lose sight of the timing. Where are we in terms of national security? Isn't there some kind of big thing going on and different things? And, you know, somebody mentioned, I checked the live this morning, or I think I heard it, that officers can't go on leave, but one can take an early retirement. If things are such that it is so tense and you need all hands on deck, if the Titanic is basically needing the captain to start moving things, if the Titanic is in that particular position, that boy, all the leaves have to be suspended and that's our situation. And a man comes in the middle of that and say, all right, early retirement. Bing, are you with me?
I am.
Why does someone, you have to ask, I wish this thing didn't get out. Why does someone in the midst of that situation, timing, that's the word I throw out there, timing. Why does someone say, guys, no leave, if that is true? But I want early retirement.
I hope you're not going where I think you're going.
I am going there. I am saying it's a predicate. We don't know what it's predicated on, and if it had been done quietly, nobody would have conjectured. But because it is out there now, people are sensible, people are going to think, they're going to look at the timing and say, but ordinarily, this would not have happened. So why does it happen now? What's it predicated on? That's where I'm going with that. And maybe you know what the predicate is. Well, you know the predicate, but you don't know what the predicate is subordinate action. You don't know what the main clause, the main driver, what the subject, if you want me to put it that way. You don't know what the subject is. The subject could be family. The subject could be stress. The subject could be travel. The subject could be a lot of stuff. And so predicated upon that, I have to make this move. I don't know what, but people are going to speculate. Now, let's move to that matter of speculation. Speculation is not a bad thing. Everybody, speculation is not a bad thing. But when you come to military organizations, police, military, paramilitary too, even private forces and all of that, here's something we know. These institutions require, for efficiency of operation, these institutions require, and we all know it, these are things that are inculcated in the culture of whether you're a soldier boy, whether you're army, whether you're police. These are the things, these are the hallmarks of military style institutions and police. Assurance. You maintain a sense of assurance. National security requires assurance. Assurance is the bedrock. Assurance, hold on to that word. Assurance is the bedrock of national security. Confidence, public confidence. You maintain that, you bolster that at all costs. The big M, which everyone knows, morale, all over the world. I mean, you could probably get court-martial if you do things that affect the morale of your organization. Morale is important. Spirit. And undoubtedly, and you testified anecdotally, you testified that someone confided in you, boy, there's all of the conjecture that we are hearing over this, and I'll come to the PM lastly. All of the conjectures that we have been hearing about this and all of that, I think they're sabotaging essential things for national security. Assurance is sabotage, confidence is sabotage, morale is sabotage, not by the Prime Minister, but it is sabotage by the conjecture that is out there. This snowballing of conversation is creating more doubt. What's happening now? In the place of that, is being supplanted. In the place of the necessary things of morale and spirit and assurance, there's a sense of anxiety. There's a sense of confusion. We don't know. I don't know if he resigned. I don't know if he retired. I don't know even if. There's a sense of ambiguity. National security needs a lot of things. But one of the things, and I'm going to wrap up here when I come to the PM. One of the things that national security does not need is an overriding sense of ambiguity. And if I ask the honest Vincentian to answer this right now, would you say yes or no that there's a sense of ambiguity? Is there a sense of ambiguity and uncertainty? And we don't need that. It's unfortunate somebody who leaked the thing has helped to catalyze this sense of ambiguity, the PM. Bing, and this is where we'll end. I don't envy the shoe that he's in, because this whole thing is foisted upon him. Foisted upon him. He should not have to have, listen to me, he should not have had to be placed in the midst of this, having to explain and to give answers. The thing should have been processed properly, and then he should have come and said with certitude, this had happened, Mr. John has taken early retirement, it has been approved, we are going to move resolutely in this direction, and this is how it's going to be. We went through yesterday the powers he has to direct. We went through that yesterday. Okay? No. This is the position he is in. He's put in a position now where, if you do, you're damned. If you don't, you're damned. If he sits and says nothing, knowing that the whole snowball is already out in the public, they're going to say he just allowed the uncertainty to run and he ain't even address it.
Doc, is it your job to always see the good and not the bad?
In people?
Yes, generally.
I am. No, it's not that you see good and not bad, but you see redemptively and speak redemptively about people, and you don't judge until you know for sure of something.
Okay, but
I put myself. But back to the Prime, I put myself in it, and I would not have wanted to be. Let us say he said nothing, Bing. Okay, hold on. I'm coming to you, Bing. Let us say he said nothing. Right, which would have been really. There's a measure of wisdom in like, well, this thing hasn't even been processed yet. What do I say? But there's a sense of calling. There's a sense of calling. You are the Prime Minister. You are the Minister of National Security. This thing is going down with your COP, Commissioner of Police. If you say nothing, you will look like either incompetent or you don't care or you just aloof. So you have to say something. All right, Bing, you would agree with me. You have to say something. So he's put in that position. I have to say something. He says something, but he cannot, again, circumvent the process. He cannot divulge a number of things. And so he waffles. Well, I don't know the fullness of it. But here's what's going to happen. Anything at all you say, the fullness of what you say, and the comprehensive instruction or clarification you have to give people are going to now begin to cut and paste from what you say. For example, you did a cut and paste, Bing. You said an equivalent to, you said you came to town to say you're not coming to town or something like that. You did a cut and paste. The Prime Minister said, I am not going to deny, I'm not going to conform. And despite everything else he said, that's the best cut and paste to run with. And until the thing is processed properly, he cannot give and speak with a level of certainty, and that is what is required of him. It is required of you as the Prime Minister and Minister of National Security. It is required of you to restore the things that the country needs and your organization needs, of morale, of confidence, to diminish anxiety, to give certitude, to give the assurance and the spirit, and to speak for with a sense of firm conviction that this is what has happened and this is what is going to happen. And for him to do that, he would have preempted the process and have opened himself to a whole lot more criticism. So what he did, according to you, is that he answered without answering. All right, Bing. I think my time is gone. I just don't envy his position. It's just, this should have never happened. The thing should have been processed as the way if a teacher is retiring, it is processed. In the way in which a health worker is retiring or a permanent secretary is retiring and all of that, let it just go to the process. Let it go like that.
You got to be careful that you don't come across as if you're saying the PM is a victim here.
Oh, wow. I didn't look at it that way. I didn't. Wow. No, I'm just saying, I put myself in his shoe, and Carly, I wanna, because I don't know how, I don't have the leadership skills, I guess, to figure that one out. Boy, I don't want this, but what do I do? What do I say? I can't say things ahead of time. I can't preempt the process. But if I don't say anything, it gone. So you have political considerations to work. It is not a good position to be in, where you do your damn, then you don't your damn. This is not a good position.
How about just saying the truth?
Well, that's the thing. Bing, that's the thing. By the way, I did a piece on that the other day. To say from his perspective. By the way, when you say the truth, let me clarify that. Just preempt the process and say our minister of our COP has asked for early retirement. Is that what you mean, Bing? Let me clarify that.
Whatever happened, do you think when the PM said he has no knowledge of this and that and all of that, do you think that is the truth? I think he's dancing with words.
Yeah.
And that's what he did.
It's highly possible. And again, you get put in that kind of situation, you get set up, and you know what I mean? You have to say something, and then you start playing with words, and then you come across as a liar, or you come across as kind of like sugarcoating things. You come across in that kind of way. All right, and I'm not saying that he is, but I'm just saying the perception is what the perception is, and a lot of times perception is reality. People are thinking, you are thinking, you said it. You basically said he said plenty and said nothing. He didn't clarify anything. You said it, Bing. And that's the crux of the matter right there. He didn't clarify, and my thing is, could he have clarified it? Could he have overstepped? Should he have divulged? Yes, I know of this. This is what has happened. It's in process. You know what I mean? If he felt that it was wise to say, I am aware. I know it's an early retirement request, and I am aware. Do you think that would have lent a measure of security, or that would have robbed of the measure of security? If he had said, I know for sure that the people, is it public service or the police commission?
Service commission.
Okay, I know when you're at certain ranks, it's different from when you're at a certain rank. Okay, so whichever commission deals with it, I know that they're going through that, and they will determine, Bing, if you were in his position, what would you have done? Bing,
speak the truth.
You would have said everything you know.
Well, you have a responsibility to inform the nation of what is happening, and to say that you don't know of any such thing and start playing words with words, using semantics and all of that. That's what I think exactly.
Difficult situation. Yeah. difficult situation, what would I have done? And the gravity, mind you, in that
What is
party.
difficult about that? People resign all the time. Just say whatever it is, whether it's resignation or fired or this, that those things are semantics. The point is what happened. Just say what happened. But to get onto the semantics of it and to this and to that and to that, you think the people really want? You think the members of the police force really care whether it is a resignation or it's fired? I mean, the security of the nation is what should be given top consideration. That's my opinion.
Yeah, Bing. Once you out it like that officially, once the prime minister he puts it out there like that, immediately what you create there, basically, you putting an exclamation mark on the action, and you are saying we are at this juncture where we are in limbo. Right? You're basically saying that, and then it pushes him now to assure the nation that this period of limbo, we got this. We got this.
Prime Minister also said in that very same press briefing that he went through 7 or thereabouts other commission of police and how it was done and all that. What's wrong with how the others happened? I mean, Doc, come on. We know, as someone said earlier on, that the Prime Minister receives security briefings every single day. He speaks to the Commissioner of Police on a daily basis. If you know the way these security issues happen, whenever the Prime Minister leaves the country and he comes back, the very first person, as he steps off that plane, meets him and starts informing him what's happening is the Commissioner of Police. So there can't be no time at all where the Prime Minister can say, well, I do not know, I am not aware. I think that's semantics. He's just playing with words and whether it's retirement.
Of course, I mean, it's likely, let me put it, I try to say of course, but it's likely that the Prime Minister is privy. I mean, Minister of National Security, this is a big development. It doesn't make you look really good to say, I don't know what's happening. It really doesn't make you. This is just my humble opinion, okay, Bing? Sure. And again, you're free to disagree with me. But as Minister of National Security and there's a talk about your COP, you don't really, you don't put it out there that you don't know what's going on. And to say that I will, what did he say? I will neither confirm or deny, or I can. Wait. I can neither confirm or I will neither. Big difference between the two, by the way. Okay. Did he say I can neither confirm or deny, or I will neither confirm or deny?
Let's say.
I answer that.
Let's say, please.
Whether the Commissioner of Police has intimated orally or in writing his request to demit, his request for early retirement, sorry. I said to you that I'm not going to either confirm or deny that. But I explain it because the question was posed as though there's some fait accompli about something. Which I'm not aware of. When that occasion arises, if that occasion arises, the country will know.
In other words, I know, but I'm not going to say.
Yeah, and he, you get the impression there that he thinks that there is wiggle room, because he used the when if. The if when. So and he used the word fait accompli. Fait accompli, he said don't treat it as a fait accompli, mission accomplished, or a feat that has been done. In other words, you're out there putting out the talk as if we are going to be without a COP. He is saying did you hear that thing? He's saying put a pause on that.
Yes.
I read that clearly. Don't treat this as if it has already happened.
Or it could also be meaning that this is something that is still being worked on.
and maybe again he's suggesting that we put a pause on the thing because there's an if-when kind of situation. If it happens, in other words, if maybe we don't succeed in
resolving,
shaping this thing the way we will have it shaped, then it might come to this. So I think he is buying himself a little bit of wiggle room there. But at what cost? The more wiggle room you buy, the once it is out there, it robs you of the sense of assurance, and it sells a whole lot of anxiety and ambivalence. So it's like I said, it's not a good position to be in as a leader. Being, you know what, I think my time.
Yeah, that's
my major point this morning, in case was not even the difficult position that he's in, that I don't envy that. I just here trying, and unfortunately, because confidentiality was breached, I have to now try to figure out. I know that there's it's predicated. I know. I mean, you just have to know, given timing. You just have to know. And maybe Dr. Gonsalves is trying to kind of walk out, that gap between the subject and the predicate, to see that it is resolved. It's predicated on something, man.
Yeah, Doc,
it's got to be predicated on something.
Yeah, on another issue before you go, do you have a red passport by chance?
I'm not sure. My passport cover?
No, the color of your passport, is it red?
Yeah.
Persons.
Is there any reason why that
someone
question is being asked?
someone on the live is saying, you're trying to keep your red passport. In other words, you have a diplomatic passport. Red passports are different. Well, not red, but maroon kind of. That's the color. Not that I have one, so I know I don't. I know. I just know. And that's the color of diplomatic passport.
If
somebody suggesting that you should be one, or I don't know if they're saying that you have one, or I don't know.
But that's really good. What they're saying, they're saying that if somebody,
they're seeing the good in you, Doc.
If somebody promotes confidentiality, that they're worthy of a red passport. If somebody talks about trust and stuff like that. If somebody talks about confidence,
don't see the bad in it, Doc. Remember, see the good in it in the statement.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They're saying if somebody comes across with that kind of thing, which is what I try to come across with this morning, and to analyze things from the public's point of view, one, but I also analyze from the leader's point of view. I am a leader, okay, and leaders, people don't want one of the anyway, that's another thing. Leaders, I'm going to say it. One of the books that people out there should read. Oh God, who did that book? The Dark Side of Leadership is a really brilliant book to read, because we tend to glorify leadership and to put it up on a pedestal and all of that. And the dark side of leadership exposes some of the journeys of a leader, the uncomfortable positions that leaders are in, the compromises. It's not really the easiest of roads to walk. And because I am a leader myself, a lot of times when people feel a particular way about a leader, I am a little bit more sympathetic, because I am seeing it, one, from the point of view of the observer, but I'm also putting myself in the leader's shoe. And a lot of times, in my position as a leader, a lot of times the criticisms of a leader, the opinions of a leader, the suppositions that we put upon a leader, a lot of times they're either wrong, or they're premature, or they're ill-informed. And if only somebody could come out and say, hey, hold up, think about these things also from the point of view of a leader. But who wants to see things from the point of view of the leader? Who wants to walk in the leader's shoes? No, but it is more popular, and it's a more established position that you got the leader. Never mind the considerations upon the decisions upon which the decisions are made. So whenever I come across, therefore, whether it's the leader of a business or the leader of a country, the leader of a party, and I say some things from the point of view of a leader, that does not necessarily mean that I am supportive of the decision and supportive. I'm just trying to give another perspective. That's all I'm trying to do. And the wise would get it. Those who will open the door to their room will get it. Those who want to get away from the echo chamber will get it. Go open the door, go open the window. I end where I began today.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you very much. Thank you. Catch you tomorrow morning. Your commentary today, I don't think is as popular as it was yesterday, unfortunately. But this is how this business goes. So that's all right.
I still love everybody.
You still love them. Catch you tomorrow morning, Doc. Same time, same place. Listen, I want to say, where's Jill? Jill. She may cost me this morning, but I don't care. Where's Jill? Last night I happened to have been listening to a program, a talk show program on another radio station, and I heard my name called to say that basically I'm on radio thing and I talked to the commissioner and I behave like if I don't know and blah blah blah. That's what I got from what was said, right? And let me say it again. While people in this business or these type of business, you do things for ratings and to sing and to break the news and to all that, it is not always, that's what I want to use, the best thing to do where certain things are concerned. Okay? Now everybody know the commissioner and I are friends. He's one of the persons that I can pick up the phone and call and say, Commissioner, I need you to call in right now, Bob. And I get him. When I got back from my vacation and I heard this story, of course, I picked up the phone and I called the commissioner. And I assured him, Commissioner, please know that whatever you and I discuss will be for my knowledge, not for me to go and say on the radio. And so information is transferred. And we did a couple times. And up to yesterday when we spoke, I keep reminding him, Commissioner, whatever you said to me will be off the grid. I just want to reassure you that nothing that you said to me is going to end up on the radio unless audio, I mean, you're not joking, like bug the phone, So I am not, as they tried to say yesterday, that I should come and say what the commissioner tell me last night. I am not going to ever do that. Ever. And people who in trained journalists and trained media personnel will know that you don't, certain things that you don't do. It's like breaking the golden rule. You don't reveal your sources and you don't say when things are confided in you, when people tell you this is just between us, this is not to be broadcast. I am not, don't care what you bring, you're not going to drag it out to me of what my conversation was with the commissioner and what the commissioner said to me or what the commissioner did not say to me. I am not going to do that. Or they go to Big Red and I ask Big Red what the commissioner said to him and what he said to the commissioner. Okay? So Big Red could tell all about holding con to me, let's disregard. But I can't tell all the picture, all the thing. Jill, my dad. Where's my honey baby Jill? Jill, I miss you, honey. Jill is here? Where? Jill? She's in the bedroom? Why is she not in the studio? Yes. So let's wait and see how that goes. However, what I will say, not from the commissioner did not tell me this, what I will say is that I am of the opinion that there is a leak or breach in the office of the Service Commission Department. That's Service Commission? That's the word Service Commission, that department. That information that got out came out from Service Commission. It was leaked out of Service Commission. And I'm not saying that because the commissioner told me that. The commissioner did not tell me that. This is me having that opinion based on everything that is going on. It leaked out of Service Commission, and that's all the information. Oh, Jill, you're looking beautiful this morning, darling. Model for me, baby. Model, come on. Oh, yeah, model for me. Come on, baby. Come to the microphone. Come to the microphone now. Jill, I want to say something to you. And I
Good morning to everybody on the live, all the beautiful people locked on to Boom 169 this morning.
that's your special good morning to me.
Hope everybody's having a great day.
A special good morning to me, Jill.
And a good morning to our host, the most.
How are you this
promises.
morning?
I'm good. I'm good.
The most promises. What does that mean?
I'm just saying.
Jill, you saw the amount of rain that came this morning? I had to rush out of the house. I couldn't get to.
I don't know what you're talking about. Did it rain?
Yes, it rained. Shady, didn't it? Wasn't it raining this morning? There we go. So you're gonna say shady, but Punchy, did it rain this morning?
Don't lie now over there.
Punchy, did it rain this morning or not? You don't know. You're fast asleep. Well, Shady was up. Shady, did it rain this morning? It rained a lot this morning. So I'm lying again.
No.
So Shady's just saying that because I asked him to say it.
I don't know, baby. I don't want to do this with you this morning. It's such a beautiful day. You are in white. You look nice. Come on.
You're gonna rub my
Let's
back
not
for me,
know, babe.
Jill. That the reason why you're not getting the coffee this morning is because it rained.
You still with that coffee there?
And I ran out
This
of the house.
imaginary coffee.
I brought coffee for
This
you from
imaginary
Mexico,
coffee.
Jill. Mexico. And you don't appreciate that. You're telling me I lied. Maybe you made a coffee and I did every day I promised to bring it. But it rained this morning, Jill. And because I had to run out of the house, I didn't get a chance to remember
silly
to bring it.
rabbit. Tricks are for kids. Come on.
Jill, why are you hurting my feelings like this? Every morning, yesterday morning, you really. I had a day yesterday. I sat in my office and I cried after I came off the radio because you made me feel bad.
Do you honestly think I'm so gullible? But do you think I? Oh my gosh.
You hurt my feelings yesterday, Jill.
Get over it, Bing. Get over it.
And you need
Get
to
over it.
apologize.
I'm not
You
apologizing.
caused me pain and suffering yesterday.
Tell Grant, see if he could work up some things, files, do up some kind of paper, because
Jill,
that's the only how you
you
get an
continue
apology.
to hurt my
I'm
feelings
not
like that.
being,
Jill, why are you doing this to me?
because you're a silly rabbit, and tricks are for kids.
Come on, rub my back. for me,
No, I'm
please.
not.
Jill, please come and rub my back for me, please.
I'm not rubbing anything.
So 2 days ago, 2 consecutive days, you're not gonna do it. After I brought coffee all the way from Mexico for you, Jill.
Shady, let me ask you something, right? If you ask me for a hug because you bring fish for me that I haven't seen, that is yet to be cleaned, you think you should get a hug, Shady? And me ain't seen no fish? Nothing clean or unclean fish, Shady?
But so are you saying?
Are you serious?
Are
You're
you
supposed
saying?
You're supposed to help me out on the
Shady,
point. You're supposed
just
to
say
say
you
no,
cannot
Shady.
deny or confirm. Do like Big Red. Do like Big Red. Shady, what do you tell? Tell us something, please.
Are you gonna demit this conversation?
But Jim, why don't you believe me?
It's not important, Bing.
But it is important to me. Jill, you know what? You know where I had to go to get this coffee in Mexico. I used pesos in Mexico. I thought about you. You were on my mind. I did all of that for you, and you can't even recognize that. Jill, you hurt my feelings.
Bing, you're not gonna get an apology out of me. I'm sorry. If you did do that, which I do not believe.
The only reason why I did it's not here this morning because it rained.
Bing, you probably got the coffee, but I just don't think you got it from me. And that doesn't change the fact. If you bring it for me, I will appreciate it. But I just don't believe, that's just my thing. I just don't believe that while you were in Mexico, you thought about me, little old me, and decided, you know what, I'm going to risk my life, risk my freedom, and
that's
get
what I
Jill
did.
some coffee.
And I smuggled it
just
into
don't
the
believe
country.
it.
I didn't declare it at the customs at AIA.
Well,
And I'm saying that on public radio, which I could pay a heavy price for.
You can
did all that for
listen,
you.
You did
and,
all
and
of
you
that.
did. You still not even gonna
Bing,
recognize
you
me.
did all of
you
that.
really gonna
You
continue
can
with
say
my
this
feelings?
on radio because apparently, like you've been telling everybody all morning, you and the commissioner's friend. So even though you had
Do we
gotten
have
caught,
a commissioner?
even though you had gotten caught,
Yeah.
you
But
know, still been able to leave with that coffee.
Jill, apologize to me, please.
I'm not
No,
apologizing.
don't make me have another sad day, please.
No, I'm sorry.
Jill, I wasn't paying an ask Shady.
I'm
If you
sorry.
ask Nia how it was my day yesterday.
I'm sorry.
So Nia will lie for me too?
I don't think so.
Okay, so why don't you ask her? I had a horrible day. I've been walking around the office and everybody asked me, what's wrong? And I said, Jill said some very hurtful things
No,
to me
you
on
did
the
not.
radio.
You did not
Nia.
tell everybody I said horrible things about you.
Ask Mario.
Mario would lie for you. I believe Mario would
Okay,
lie.
well, you said Nia will not lie for me.
Mario would probably lie for you.
What about Nia?
She wouldn't.
What about Kid, Millennium Kid?
What would I ask him though?
Would he lie for me?
I didn't think so, but why would I ask him? He wasn't even around.
No, but he saw me walking around the office.
You know, nobody want to hear we back and forth, right?
You
People just
hurt
want to
my
get on
feelings.
with
No,
their
you hurt
busy
my
morning.
feelings. You hurt my feelings. You hurt apologize, man, please, because I did all.
And you have this
I didn't
beautiful
even
look on your face, like,
but it's true, Jill. I
oh
mean,
my
come on.
gosh! You see, look at there, like you
Yeah,
should
don't
hug
do-
me.
Don't
You
do that
look
to
so
me,
beautiful.
please. Please, Jill, come now.
No,
Please, don't.
no, man. Mm-mm. I know that look. I know that look. That whole attitude. I know somebody who have that same kind of attitude.
Come on, take
so-
it up and go outside, eh?
Oh my gosh!
Many of the islands. All you could see is on the camera. What does it say? Central American grown coffee, the wetlands which result in coffee with a higher moisture content than other coffee processing methods. This gives the coffee a more earthly, spicy flavor with a fuller body. Jill, I brought this coffee for you all the way from Mexico.
Oh my gosh, Bing.
All the way from Mexico.
Wow.
Okay? And I'm just gonna give it to you, and you can deal with your conscience for the rest of the day.
Oh.
Don't cry now.
I'm not gonna cry.
Are you gonna apologize now?
I'm not apologizing for it again.
Now come and rub my back before
Bing, let me just thank you. Thank you. I'm not apologizing. I find it real hard to.
Next week when you tell me, oh, this is not for me, this is for somebody else. Come, Lehana.
Oh my God.
Come and take it. Come and take it. Oh, everybody just see. Look. Okay? See, look what people saying. Look. You see? Look, this is yours, dear. You see?
Diplomatic power.
I don't have no diplomatic power. There you go. There's your coffee. Now rub my back and say thank you. I'm waiting. Could you just rub my damn back and say thank you? Central America, Jill. You can read it on the side here as well, too, Jill. Come on. Jill, are you gonna take? Do you want the coffee or not? After all that I went through, you know you love me. All the things that you think I'm the worst person. There you go. You see, when I tell you I do something for you, I really do it, Jill. I'm not a bad person. Like, oh, you have me. Like, you hurt my feelings all the time. Actually, do what he get. What a damn thing. On that note, we go on until tomorrow morning. Who don't like me, I don't give two damns. Why, Shady? Because it's Wednesday morning. Okay, tomorrow morning. We love you, folks. Yeah, Shady and I, and the Cuban Cutlass. What Kenton said? Kenton, don't let me hold in contumelious disregard now, you know. You, Kenton, play him. Don't take all the stress on me, you know. Play Kenton thing to me. Because Kenton outdid this, he want to take all the stress on me. Play it. This is Kenton.
I want to say thanks to those who voted for Labour but now a ball.
Cancel you take that. Until tomorrow morning, we go on, people. Love you. Love you guys. We go on.
Boom Summerfest is on. The biggest songs of the summer. Every shift, every day. Playing all the party anthems and hits. All day and all night. We turn up the heat. The Boom Summerfest is on.
Still a fan even though it's salty. Hate to see you with some other, but know you happy. Hate to see you happy if I'm not the one driving. I'm so mature, I'm so mature, I'm so mature. I got me a therapist to tell me there's other men I do. One night, not just one show. If I can't have you, no one should. I might, not the best idea. His new girlfriend's next, how I get here. I like my friends, I still let them go. Rather be in jail than alone. I get the sense that it's a lost cause. I get the sense that you might really love her. The sex gon' be evidence. The sex is evidence. I try to action, but you know murder's a crime. I pass it, but damn, you was out of reach. You was at the farmer's market with your perfect peach. Now I'm in the basement, planning on my patient. Now you lay your face down, got me singing over a beat. I'm so mature, I'm so mature, I'm so mature. I got me a therapist to tell me there's other men I know. One night, not just one show. If I can't have you, no one will.